reviewing that show. We here review that show. And if you think we can, then we can still view that show. All the people be trying to view like us, but you know they can. It's Marty, and that's it.
Review that show, bitch!
Here on Reviewing That Show, we review everything. You know what I want to fucking review?
What do you want to review?
I'm about to break your face. As soon as I say it.
Sugar.
As soon as I say it, you're going to be like, this nigga here.
What you got, sir?
I'm about to review this breakup.
Whose breakup?
My breakup.
Oh my God. Right here, right now?
Right here, right now.
Did you hit record on
It's
this camera?
recording. We're
Oh,
recording.
you hit that one on that?
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
okay.
This wouldn't probably even make it to the camera recording.
Okay.
This is strictly for our listeners because it's always a safe space.
Okay. Do you want to not? You want to not record it?
You can record. 'Cause I'm talking shit. I'm not about to go as hard as it sounds. You can record.
Yeah.
We're recording anyway right now.
I'm like, yeah, well, sure.
Oh no, I'm just saying.
I'm down for it. Go ahead, not in the best place, but yeah, go for it, brother. Go for it. I don't know.
I'm feeling like Marty circa divorce time when it was like, damn, dog. Don't listen to the podcast this week. You might get Marty flipping out.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man.
Nah, son. Everybody know, the breakup happened. We've talked about it on the podcast before.
Yes, sir.
One thing that just got me recently was cause we don't keep up with each other. I don't know what she do, but I don't follow none of her stuff because it's like, nah, nigga, like if niggas break up, I gotta completely. I can't
erase yourself.
I'm not the guy that stalks the page and shit. Like I can't do all that.
I am that guy, bro. There's a little bit. Don't get me wrong. I try not to be.
No, son. Most people are, son. But it's like with me, like the way that this thing happened. Of course, without getting into details, I would feel like I would go crazy if I was to be looking at her stuff because I'd be looking at. I don't know. It'll just throw me off. It'll throw me off. There'd be no way that I'd be able to move forward if I was doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's like it would be impossible because I'd be getting stuck. But in saying that, so truthfully, I don't know what's going on in her world or in her life right now. Like it's going on maybe like 3.5, maybe almost 4 months. I don't know what's going on with mom. So out the blue, somebody tells me that she recently booked something like booked like a TV or film booking. Okay. And I'm over here getting bucked up for her because it's like, we've been in the trenches for years. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? We both actors. So, anytime one book, boom, 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 and she ain't booked in a minute. So I'm over out here, she got booked. I'm bucked up like, yeah, my girl got a book. Then I realized, hold up, nigga, there ain't your girl no more. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? It was one of those like, it feels weird to be excited for someone that you don't even talk to.
You don't even mess with like that,
bro. Son, it threw me, dog. It threw me off. Like I was like, oh shit. Like I actually feel like excited for you. I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? Especially since I'm like, some people they like. That's another thing too. Outside looking in, people don't understand our game sometimes. Son, like they be seeing us do this and that, and they be thinking like at times that. I just know there's a difference between the folk that's in the game that know what the trenches is like and know what you really be having to go through and know what it's like, know what it's like to get that booking and feeling like you earn that shit versus people on the outside. You're not even taking in no, dog. Like what you might have seen 6 months ago ain't the day-to-day mental grind. You feel me? Because a lot of actors in general, dog, like the hardest time is the time between bookings. The hardest time is the time between bookings because you really don't know when you're going to book again / if you're going to book again. You feel me? I'm talking to an actor colleague of mine recently, and he was like, and this is a cat I look up to. And one of the cats from the city that I look up to that, be getting in there, he older than me. And he was talking about how, like, he hadn't booked off of an audition in like 2 years till recently. And like, his last two, he's been booking, but it's all like relationships and like people knowing him. So it's like, that can make you get in your head. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, like niggas ain't fucking me off my merit no more. They just, I gotta, but then he booked and like people don't understand that getting that booking off of you. And then when it's just, there's nothing like it, you dig? And it's at a point you can almost take it for granted, not taking in like anytime you book, you just succeeded in a feat. You just pulled off a feat. Even if it's a one-liner, dog, you got cast in that one-liner over how many hundreds of people. If you got something even bigger, you beat hundreds of thousands of people. You feel me? So anytime that can happen to you more than once, you hear me? Let alone 10, 20, there however many times, dog. It's always a W, dog. So like I said, you know what I mean? No matter what like complications me and the little chick, me and old girl have, I'ma always be rooting for you to win because we was in these trenches. So you know what I mean? That hit, and I was like, damn. I want to say something. I want to do something, but we're not in that position, and that's when I got too damn. Reviewing that breakup. Breakups suck.
Breakups do
Breakups
suck.
fucking suck, G.
Breakups do suck, man.
Yeah, man.
Fuck it. I've already started. Yeah, I don't know if I'm like kind of. You know what? Never mind. No, I don't want to do that. Now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do that.
He said, I'm not there yet.
I'm not there.
I'm not there yet.
I'm not there yet. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm like I
Things
said.
are rough.
It is. No, it's a motherfucker, son. Don't get it twisted. And they can be complicated. They can be messy. Sometimes, like, you could break up with a motherfucker, feel like you got broken up with. You know what I'm saying? They got so many levels and layers of how shit can go. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not here to make out. It's still a safe space.
Yes.
If you want to talk any relationship shit, that because that's one thing I do love about the Reviewing That Show. One, like, it feel like my what I'm trying to say is like FlyWithBats Podcast is like the flagship show, and that's the show that But like, and I feel like I'm able to get overly prepared, and I know most people gonna listen to it. Man, viewing that show, I feel like we got this bitch to talk about what we want. Like we in our little corner over here. You hear me? And like at times, I feel like we be talking about real shit because it's not the I don't have the same. Structured. It's no structure. It's not a structure. We know what movies and TV shows we want to run it about.
Right.
But nigga, we don't ever get to the motherfuckers. It's on us if we don't. But we still gonna give you a show, something to listen to. You dig? So yeah, dog. I'm just saying that was just on my chest today. Like I just had it on my chest. I'm like, man, like I don't mind being transparent because again, I'm not bashing nobody, and again, she don't ever listen to the podcast. So I can really say. I can say whatever I feel. This therapy. I can get it off my chest. Keep it pushing, dog. But like, yeah, man, it was just one of those because this the first breakup where I have like what we completely said. You go over there, I'm going over here. We don't talk. You know what I'm saying? Typically, it's we still cordial. This one was like, you go to your corner, I go to my corner.
We'll never ever see each other again.
I mean, that's impossible.
No, I know.
That's impossible. We live in New Orleans, but that's the feel of it, because No, don't be. This is healing. This is healing time. I had a friend. I ain't gonna get to that part, but yeah, son. And then oh my goodness, G.
I took that a little too early. I don't know if you can. Never mind. Forget I said that. What?
Oh, I know what you're saying. Marty.
Yeah.
Okay, there's no way for y'all to even understand what I just was
Cool.
reacting to, guys.
Yeah,
just trust me that there's a reason why you all should be going, Marty, you sly devil. You sly devil, you. But
I'm impatient. Yes.
Hey,
Impatient.
hey, I can taste the difference.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
But I'm still proud.
Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You know what I mean? But like, yes, I don't ever be afraid.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna be. I never want to feel like I'm afraid to talk about anything. Like I said, niggas, y'all ain't gonna get on my personal business. But if I got something on my mind on my motherfucking podcast, let me see what's on my mind on my motherfucking podcast, and we keep it pushing. You know what I mean?
I've been toying with the idea. I don't know. I always say I'm toying with an idea over here, and maybe it comes to light. Maybe it doesn't. Most times it doesn't. But I've been toying with the idea of like kind of doing a what is it? What did I want to call it? Slow burn with Marty, where I get high and I'll just talk. 'Cause it's harder for I don't know what it is about hooking up with Arrogant Observer, but it's just been becoming more harder lately to get together. And I wanted to record something, but every time I want to do it, like all I can do is be in my head, and I'm like, well, what if I just got high and just actually talk about all the shit on my head? But I'm like, you're probably not gonna want to post that though, bro. You're probably not gonna post that. But I feel like, and I think it's probably the first time I've said this out loud to somebody, but I'm very, very much feeling like I may be kind of dealing with some sort of depression, and trying to figure it out has just kind of been weird because I'm just like, is that what it is? Is that what you're just saying? Oh yeah, like are you just having like a maybe you're just having a shitty couple weeks, month.
But you also know that we program ourselves to justify, give other reasons to run away from what the real could be. Like if you could take the time to ask yourself that question, I would examine that right there. Why would you think that you going through a depression?
Oh yeah, well, I spent a lot of time sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
And just not thinking. I don't know. Not necessarily thinking happy thoughts. Just not happy about the thoughts I'm thinking. If that makes any sense, I don't know if it does.
No, I totally get that.
But yeah, it's just I don't even really know how to describe it. That's just kind of how it feels. I mean, well. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Now we really are getting deep here.
Welcome to Reviewing That Show, dog. Are we running shit?
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I think I haven't been happy. Well, I broke up. Well, we're talking about breakups. I broke up with my lady of like 9 years at the beginning of this year, and I don't really feel like I've been right ever since. And I feel like I had just kind of ducked off and said deuces to the world for a little while. But I was, still peeking my head out here and there. But I don't know. Now I'm trying to kind of move forward, I guess, and go out and do things, kind of get back into the swing of like working and stuff. Because now there's, some other stuff that's come up as well, which I guess I won't get into that either. But yeah, I just feel like I haven't really been right ever since that. And the more I kind of come to terms with, because in my head I think I had been fantasizing that maybe this will work out differently, maybe we'll get back together. And the more time kind of goes on and I'm just sort of kind of looking at realistically kind of looking at the change and sort of the interaction, it's like this. I doubt very much that I'm ever going to be able to get us back to the place that we were. Or even, anything remotely close to it. So it's like kind of coming to terms with like sort of what that's going to be moving forward, and me just not really liking any scenario that I play out in my head. I mean, it's doable. It's not going to kill me or anything. It's just, it's not ideal.
Right.
Basically, I guess is what I'm thinking. So, yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm going to say is.
How am I looking over there? Are we still going?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but what I want to say is, though, that's very natural and normal. Like, you got me feeling like a bitch now. Like,
no. I feel like the bitch. That's what I'm saying.
No, what I'm saying is, dog, like, I was feeling like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, me and my relationship lasted about, we was together for like 4.5.
You don't have to if you don't want to. I mean, if it's too harsh or whatever.
No, I'm going to hit this weed, boy.
Well,
especially what we talking about right now, bitch. We got to hit something.
Go for it, brother. Yeah.
But I was saying, like, I was in a relationship for 4.5 years. And so I understand what you're saying of how after the breakup, it's almost like you don't feel like you feel me? You know what I mean? And it's like you're in a whole new reality, but you're still tethered to the reality that was comfortable, that you knew, that, you know what I mean, that you knew, that was what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I we talked about, like, I'm tripped out that I'm not over my breakup, and I'm like, damn, it's been 3.5 months. Why the fuck am I not working? And you'll be like, nigga, I was in my shit for 9.5 years, nigga, and I've been broken up for some months, bitch. Trust me, nigga, it gets deep, and I'm like, shit, and I'm like, well, I want you to know that, as you told me, I'm gonna tell you, like, that feeling is absolutely natural, because everything that you was just saying, I'm sitting there thinking like, that's how I feel. Like, I haven't felt like me in a minute. You feel me? And it's nowhere because nigga, you saw how I was when I first broke up. I'm nowhere near where I was with those first few weeks. You know what I mean? That was like prime.
Oh yeah, I was scared.
Prime depression.
Bitch,
no, son, because this one thing I can say, son. I had never had a breakup like this. Put it like this, I never had a breakup like this before because typically I've been like I said this on the last podcast, and oh my God, wait, pause, my nigga. Son, it's been so freaking frustrating editing the last FlyWithBats episode, bro. Cause man, son.
Which one was the last one?
Man, that was you was here. You didn't get to get a lot of speaking in because I had one of my partners. He off camera. He keeps talking.
Yeah.
And then my dude who was the guest, and I love them both dearly, but he kept on jumping all kind of places. Like every time I'm about to make a point, I'll get cut off, and then he'll take us somewhere else. And I'm like, well, I don't think I made the point I wanted to make, but what you're saying, I still want to say something about, and I just felt like. You know what I mean?
Bringing up interesting stuff.
No, he was. Well, I was getting thrown so many places. I'm watching the playback back in time. I see you the back looking right, left. Like I'm taking in this.
Like,
you feel me? Now, right? And at one point, I felt like he was trying to give me rope to accept my fuckboy things that I've done in the past. You know what I'm saying? I'm over there being like, man, this was wrong what I did. He's like, no, it was on them bitches. Like I was like, no, I don't think it was.
Oh yes.
And I'm like, no, I don't think I did.
No, wait a minute. If you, I can't remember the conversation specifically,
bro.
But I remember what I remember feeling in this moment right now is like, well, he do got a point. He do got a point.
If I'm speaking about
perspective, you know what I'm saying?
I understood what he was saying on the level of as a grown ass person or what have you. If you decide to make a decision, but I was speaking on, like I was saying, first and foremost, I was speaking on my college years because that's the main times in the college years. That's not the same maturity for one. Okay. And I'm saying in those years, I noticed that I was in these situationships that were too akin to relationships for me to not take responsibility for the feelings that I hurt that was riding with me in them, because even though I kept it 100 like, yo, you're not my girl. I don't want a girlfriend. I'm treating you like a girlfriend. I'm relying on you like a girlfriend. I'm taking all the boyfriend. You know what I mean? You can't. And he tells me, well, what's girlfriend things? Nigga, we know, nigga, we know what girlfriend things are, dog. You know when you know the difference between this is person I see every couple weeks, every now and then, versus this person I see every day, I fuck every day, I give gifts to, she gives gifts to me, He says in the thing, well, I do that with my normal friends, my other female friends. No, you don't.
Yeah,
now you're platonics.
It was fun because it was like a courtroom thing. Like he was like, yes, name those things out loud. Yes, everything you've just named. I can get that.
I'm like, bro.
Like, it was very lawyer.
And I don't feel like accountability works if your niggas is not letting you take a lick that you know that you need to take. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's why I was.
I feel like you're right, and his perspective is right for that perspective. It's just you're coming at it from a different place. So
I'm trying to give people,
I don't think they'll ever meet, really.
I mean, they can meet because I understand
similar.
What he's saying, but you got to give people grace. You know what I'm saying? If I'm talking to a woman, bro, and at the beginning of it, like we like each other on a level 3, and we decide we're gonna be fuck buddies, but then we start spending more time with each other than we considered that we wanted to, or that we planned to, and actually, you know, she feels herself getting more feelings for me than she. Or let's reverse it. Let's say I start getting more feelings for her than, you know what I mean, than we both initially planned. You feel me? And I let her know I'm feeling you more than I really thought I was, and then we still dating to a degree. If that woman don't like me like that, or ain't feeling me to that degree, but she keep treating me like she do, she's part of she's kind of setting me up for failure, bro. You know what I'm saying? To a degree.
Because it's a thing of mixed signals.
Yeah, even if I know as an adult, whoop-de-woo, because that's the thing too. We know how society sets up dating, bro. And we know that
18 minutes.
We know that fucking little girls get taught to look for a mate. Little boys get taught to conquer.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, son. So a lot of times you're dealing with women's feelings. A lot of them are meeting you hoping even at some point that you might be a suitable mate. So sometimes feelings kind of go against you, and you make decisions that you wouldn't normally. But all I was saying was, I just knew what I contributed and what I didn't at times. And if I'm trying to see what I'm trying to contribute, come on. Anyway, that went on to another tangent because I'm so mad because that video ain't out yet because we went so many places. And I was like, damn, I don't know how to edit this. But that information coming soon. But I was just saying, like, on your tip, like, with the breakup shit, like, it's totally normal. I'm guessing we're going through because, like, of course, our breakups are completely different for completely different reasons and such. But that feeling of reality is different, and now I have to not only accept this new reality, but I gotta thrive in it. And it's hard to thrive in a reality that you don't even fully want to be in at this moment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, nigga, I totally get you, dog.
Man, yeah, that is 100% it. Like, you spot on. Yeah.
And you feel somewhat numb to shit.
Bro. I don't want to like reveal too many things. At least I wouldn't mind if we weren't recording. But I know this is a safe space and everything. Yeah. I just feel like too much is too much.
I feel though. Whatever you feel like running on. Cause
no, I haven't been able to, like, I don't feel right inside of the bedroom. I haven't slept in the bedroom. Really. Well, actually, you know what? I haven't. Even when when she moved out, we kind of just recently bought a bed together, so she wound up taking the bed, but the bed stayed there for a while even after she had moved out. You know, it took a while for her to kind of come in, or, you know, this whole situation with the bed. But anyway, I wound up sticking with me for a while, and I tried to sleep in there, and it just did not work. I was able to sleep, but I did not like waking up. It fucking sucked. I'm thinking about it now, and it's, you know what? Let's talk about something else. Yeah,
cause I feel you, dog. Cause you wake up and you trick yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, oh, that shit was a dream.
Yeah, that was a dream. No, it wasn't.
I'm
waking up on my motherfucking self right now. Like, no, I get it, dog. And I think oftentimes people don't realize that, dog, men, we go through these things. I think they just think, and this was me for a minute. I think I could just get with another woman and keep it pushing. And I think that's what's been unhealthy for me over the years. Of typically, I've never really had to feel a breakup because I would always just jump either into another relationship or to sex. You know what I mean? I'll just stay distracted and just like fuck. And I basically fuck until I run into probably a new boo or a new bae or what have you. And that's typically how I would get over things. So this is like the first time like I have actually. I don't have to. I can still go whole out if I wanted to. But like, you know what I mean? When I throw the therapy aspect into it, like, man, when they circle, you know, when the therapist starts circling certain shit, like, yo, this is where you was fucking up, or this is what's wrong, or this, you know what I mean? So with those things circled, I just got this thing of wanting to do things differently this time. So I'm not running, I'm not dating, you know what I mean? I'm focusing on me. I'm rolling with me. I haven't had sex in 4 months.
Oh my God.
My nigga, I've been celibate. I've been, abstinent is the right word. I've been abstinent, my nigga. And like, I'm living in that to a degree because, like I said,
I feel you.
My normal self, G, is to pussy or next, or that's what I'm saying. Because that's why this breakup has been so crazy to me, because I don't know what heartbreak really has ever felt like. You know what I'm saying? My last girlfriend before her, it was like, it was heartbreaking, but you kind of saw the writing on the wall. It's like the difference between your grandma dying at like 90 and your partner dying at 25. You know what I'm saying? You're sad for mom, but at 90, you like, the writing was on the wall. You know, you saw it happen, everything. You kind of have peace with it. Everything is amicable. Your partner getting murked.
Your peace with that a little easier, yeah.
It's hard to make peace with your partner getting murked at like 25, 30, and you might even have something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, it's a different feeling. So like, and actually having to experience heartbreak and actually deal with the ups and the downs and act, like you said, depression of it. Yes, son, it's a sobering thing. I'm learning a lot, but at the same time, that shit heavy. You know what I'm saying? So trust me when I say I understand where your head at, bro. You're not alone and you're not crazy. Because, gee.
Well, you know, another thing too, because we've talked. Well, let's just say I had somebody ask me, why every time I call you, you laying down? And I'm like, I didn't realize I was always laying down. And like, you're right. I am. I got shit to do, but I just...
Sometimes
I ain't got to be there till 3.
it's back to that reality escape shit, dog. Like my depression came in different waves. You know what I'm saying? Like, one version would be I couldn't sleep. You know what I'm saying? The other version was I'm sleeping a lot. I just don't want to deal with being awake. I don't want to deal with the thoughts that come when I'm awake. You know what I mean? I just don't want to, like, days would feel like a chore to get through. You know what I mean? So that's why I started trying to have to be busy and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I need to do this, I need to do that. Like, I was loving when I got my car because I was able to ride around and do shit. But, you know, everybody, you know, keep on saying, no, it just takes time. It just takes time, and I feel it. And I still feel it. Like I said, I'm not where I was before. You most likely aren't where you were before, but it's still a wound.
Definitely. I mean, and that's true too. I mean, that was, you know, that was a funny thing. That's what I told you. Just give it some time.
Yep, that's exactly what you told me, son. And son, you know what I mean? You was right, even though you was going through the same shit, because you was going through the
true.
You was seeing yourself.
Yeah,
probably
I mean,
weeks prior.
And then, I mean, and then, you know, I think I told you this off mic that me and my cuz have this thing that you can have your pity party, but you can only have it for this long. Yeah. Based off, and you know, we're like he's kind of like my guru, if you will. That's kind of what his nickname. But anyway, he the
motherfucker you holla at.
Yeah.
Everybody need that.
Right. So I'm just, you know, and like I trust his assessment of the situation because I'm always honest with him about it, and he always takes a non-biased approach.
Objective.
Objective. That's the word. Right. He takes an objective approach to it, but he always kind of gives like, you got this amount of time, and I can't remember how long I had for this. I had a pity party for a while. But I stayed longer than I was supposed to.
I mean, I can't judge you. Like, man, I was talking to and that's one thing I will say is Breakup has also done for me, dog. Like, my female platonic friends, I have like way more. I have more love. I think the appreciation. That's the word. Appreciation. Right. But platonic friendships with my female friends, because you know we be running it. And I'm talking to one. We talking about breakups. We talking about stuff. Son, she looked up this thing, dog. I don't know how true it is, but it said it takes a man 2.5 years approximately to fully get over a woman he was in love with.
Oh no!
I said I don't want to hear no shit like that. 2.5, bitch, motherfucker. I'm 4 months in, nigga. I want to get back to being me.
Yeah, I don't want that.
I want to be me soon.
Well, you know what the weird thing about it is, not weird, cause like I find myself, no, that's what it is. I spend a lot of time thinking about this and I just analyzing everything too much, really. But that's what I wanted to say. That sounds fucking realistic. That's what's scary. That sounds like it's about right.
But apparently it takes women at least 3 to 4 months.
Fuck.
That's what I was saying. I don't know what that statistic. Yeah, I don't know how true that was.
They get all the toys,
dude. Because I think it almost makes sense because, like, I don't even want to get into it. I understand it's not that I don't want to get into it. I don't even think I know how to get into it because people will be surprised by how affected men are once we finally feel it, I guess. I think when things are bad, the woman is going crazy and she feeling it all kind of ways, so she's almost preparing for her escape even before she escapes. While the man, I think most times ain't even preparing for escape. He just riding and then either, you know what I mean?
The ride stops.
Either one. Yeah, the ride stops. Either one, he get dumped and not realizing it, or two, like a situation with mine, flip out and burn the whole motherfucker down and then realize, hold up, that's not what I want to do. And then she like, ha, nigga, I'm gone. So it's like, either way it goes, you hear me? The nigga will realize after the fact that, damn, I done fucked something up, or I done fucked up. And then now, like, as a man, I think, and I only can speak as a man because that's what we are. I think since that guilt and that regret and that, you know what I mean? I think there's something about us that we always want to fix things, or we always want to be right, and we always want to win. There's all these things that are just hyper masculinity, like that's ingrained in you that all gets fucking triggered when you go through a breakup because you don't have no control. Men love control. You can't fix shit. Men love to fix shit. You feel me? You just gotta eat it. So I think our ego gets the
control.
Our ego takes the longest to die. Then once the ego dies, then it gets to your heart, and then your heart has to go through what it's going through. And then it's just this whole other process that, for whatever reason, I was telling my girl, dog, I was like, women, y'all powerful. She looked at me, I was like, nigga, y'all eat this shit. Like, y'all deal with it, but y'all do it and with grace. I don't know how to explain it. It's like,
y'all, I don't know, just you fucking mystery.
Y'all like this that breakup shit.
I'm sorry,
nigga. Bro, like for instance, you and your girl could be going through the exact same thing, but if she done, even if her pain is exactly like yours,
you'll never see it.
You'll never see it, and she gonna just be on her shit. Now you might, do it like some niggas have begged and grappled, some niggas have leveled up or whatever. There might be ways that you can get your woman back, but you'll never know because that motherfucker game face is solid, and that motherfucker know what she want in that moment, and it's like, damn. And for all you know, every night she could be crying her fucking eyes out, nigga. But
right.
They just good at that shit, son. They just good at that shit, son. You hear me? So I got it. Women are powerful, son. Like a woman can bring a man to his knees just by her absence. Nigga. Absence alone. Don't gotta say a word. Her absence alone can bring the cockiest nigga, the strongest nigga, the most arrogant motherfucker to his motherfucking knees, nigga. I realized that, son, because, dude, never in my life have I ever shed a tear over a woman. Nigga, I found myself crying over this breakup. And I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you, Bats? You having a malfunction, nigga. What the fuck, nigga? Like, we gotta check the warranty, nigga. Like, what the fuck? Like, it was so foreign to me to have these tears happen not on a stage or in front of a camera. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like,
no,
what?
These are mine.
What the fuck? What is this? What is this? What is going on? And again, most niggas, we don't talk about that part. You know what I'm saying? But, nigga, ladies, y'all would be surprised the effect. And some of y'all know, you hear me? But it's crazy. It's crazy. But I won't get off this topic now. Fuck this topic at the moment. This topic, you hear me? Y'all feel it. Y'all hit it. Y'all just got into the minds of black men. Welcome to Reviewing That Show. It's that actor guy, Mr. Bass in the building. You're dead.
And it's your favorite host, Marty. Yeah. Trying to hold it together.
I done traumatized my dog again. I don't be giving my nigga no warnings when I'm about to throw him in shit. Last podcast, I asked his divorce ass, so how was marriage? Not forget that he was divorced. My nigga, I'm divorced. So, yeah, I just throwing these. Like, my nigga's like, I just planning on coming to the podcast, get my mind up like, shit, talk about some shit, and this nigga just go, hey, deepness.
Yeah.
Deep. And
deepness. I was like, that's cool. I can do this. And then, at midway through, I realized, oh shit, I can't swim.
What was it? No, you cracked that joke last week. It was like when you crack a joke on the situation that triggers you, and it's like, we can joke about that now, and then you think about it, it's like, no, too soon. It still hurts. It still hurts. All right.
I've made myself sad.
That's it. That was it. You crack the joke and then you go, oh shit. I made myself sad. I didn't mean to crack that one. That hurts. It's too fucking soon. But I feel like there's a strength in it. There's a healing in it. I feel like niggas gotta talk, dog. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's not. Of course, not to always be recorded. But niggas don't talk enough about what ails us. And we sit with this shit on our chest, or we'll internalize it. Or like you said, you're saying out loud that you feel like you might be going through a depression. I can say right now, son, I've been going through a depression for some months my damn self. And at the end of the day, niggas got to keep it pushing. But it's nothing wrong or weak or anything to admit it. You know what I mean? Because once you admit it, then it's like, okay, now it's admitted. What do I do to fix this shit or fix myself?
Right.
Or at least attempt to.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
make the days go a little bit easier. Just try to really, honestly, what I would love to do is to just kind of be a little bit more productive with my day. Because I feel like for a while, a part of the day was you just got to give a little bit of it to the depression.
Yeah, no, you.
It's either in the morning or at night. It's whatever one works
honestly,
best for you.
That's where I get hit the worst.
Which one? At night
both.
Or morning? Oh,
for whatever reason, during the day I be cooling, but in the morning I wake up with a certain whatever, and going to sleep whenever I can get to sleep. I wake up, I got a certain whatever, because it's Cause you think hindsight is God's worst impractical joke. You know what I'm saying? Like you think about all the things that you could have done different. You think about all the scenarios that could have been played. Like you'll drive yourself crazy trying to backwards fix things that et cetera, et cetera. You hear me? Another thing that will happen too is, I'm awful at this.
What's that?
Taking all the responsibility of the breakup. You know what I'm saying? Like. If anybody talk to me about the breakup, you ain't gonna hear me blaming her for much because my whole deal is I want to just be accountable of what I contributed, and I know what I contributed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But somebody to remind me recently of like, man, the other motherfucker wasn't perfect. It was a relationship. You both did things that contributed to this and that, and sometimes your friends was the ones listening to you when you was venting about that motherfucker. So you can't forget when that motherfucker was driving you crazy. You know what I'm saying? You can't forget like, no, it's a two-way street. You both at that moment weren't the people that you need to be for that to work. That don't mean that in the future that you can't ever be those people for each other or for whomever. But in the moment, whatever had to happen. It wasn't working, et cetera, et cetera. So, like that whole notion of know your partner wasn't perfect. Know your partner did some fuck shit too. Know your partner contributed to demise. Don't blame them to that. Don't blame them to the point that you justifying your fuck shit, or don't blame them. I don't blame them, but don't leave that part out, because that in a way gives yourself some grace to not take the whole thing on. Yeah. Because when you get by yourself, that's what I know. I'm gonna say myself. That's what I would be prone to do. Like I'll be thinking about, damn, this is what I did wrong. This is what I did wrong. Not taking in like, no, son. Some shit is reactionary. Some shit is their shit. Some shit is your shit. You feel me? So, yeah, bro.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I even replaying it, with the sober brain, I still took a lot more. What did I say?
You said more time in the pity party than you feel like you should have.
Oh no! What were you gonna say? Oh yeah, no. If we're going percentages of how much, like, in my situation, how much of it was my fault, I feel safe saying about 95% of it was mine. If I want to even throw any sort of percentage away. But God, man, I don't even want to get into it.
By you saying that, I'ma still feel like this man took 95, which means it's most likely probably 75. I'm not about to make you the innocent nigga. Like I said, I don't want a nigga to make me not. No. If you feel like it was 95, it probably was something. You're saying that it was more you than her. That's fine to take in if it's more you than her. But what I'm saying is, again, I think it being 95 you in a 9-year relationship is damn near impossible, because it's not like that's too much time for you just to be shitty. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. And some things are symbiotic, man. Like some things are reactionary. Sometimes y'all affect how each other. Like so much goes into that shit. This shit, it gets crazy. Anyway, moving the fuck on, guys. Yeah. But that's one thing too. Like I always want to talk about relationships on the podcast, but felt like if I'm in a relationship, I can't really talk about it like I want to, because I don't want to say nothing that might be whatever. So
like start a fight after the goddamn podcast.
Hey, that dude.
Shit, everybody start a fight doing the podcast.
Dude. One of the things that used to drive the piss out of me is when we used to do Reviewing Dat and she was here, and like she doesn't have a great game face when she's angry. And anybody who would ever listen to a podcast, if it didn't seem like she was speaking much, it might have been an on mad day. And it'll either be she's not speaking much or she's only speaking to Marty on this episode. And it'll be like, I used to be like, yo, I understand we beefing at this moment, but please just put on it. We're in the show mode. We got to talk.
You want to know something funny from the outside? I was always like, Marty, you fucked up, man. She wasn't saying anything because you kept interrupting her. It's your fucking fault, man. No. Stop talking so much next time.
No.
Come in next week and shut the fuck up. No. She wants to talk about Black Lightning. You let her talk about goddamn Black Lightning.
It feels all the time. We about to record, and God bless her heart for even recording after we beefing, because she don't have to record at all. But like, if she's not really talking to me, or if she seems like she's really, really, really interacting with you, you're really saving her, because she really rather interact with you at that point in time. So y'all, like, that's what it would be, son. Not just be like, yo, the camera don't lie. That's why some episodes would. never made it to. I'm like, bro, the camera, like, you look mad, like the camera's telling on us right now. So,
Yeah,
you feel me? But yeah, dog, we just finished the 48-hour film project.
Oh wow, yeah. Let's make sure we're recording. Okay. Yeah. So we did. We finished. We decided to super team it up this year and do the 48, man.
For people that might be new listeners, that is this
right.
competition where it happens every year where you have 48 hours to make a movie. They give you a line of dialogue. You pull out of a hat the genre, and they give you a character that must be in your movie. And
this year was the first year they did it again in person since the pandemic, because the pandemic was a digital.
We didn't. Gumbo Monster didn't do last year. Yeah, we didn't do the digital year.
Okay.
We've done every year but the digital year.
Fair enough.
And so, honestly, to pull you behind the curtain, Mike signed us up this year, and I was angry because I didn't want to really do it because of what we're currently talking about. Like, I'm just,
okay.
I'm fresh in this,
okay.
Nigga, I'm fresh in this fucking breakup, dog. Like, I'm not feeling like doing that shit.
My niggas showed up the day. Oh yeah, that's right. I have to send you those photos. Like, I was looking at I was like, oh shit, I never sent the photos. But anyway, I'm like, you showed up like the first day of filming, and you were like, almost quit, son. Almost quit, son.
Because the thing is this. The thing is this,
I was
bro.
funny now, I mean. It wasn't at the.
I mean,
I was like,
the 48 has always been Mike's thing. Like, Mike is the one like that introduced the squad to the 48. And I always told him, dog, if it's just me, you, and the camera, if you ever need me, I got your back, bro.
Word.
And I know, especially now, like Mike, over the past couple of years specifically, he hasn't been working like he wants to because he's been super dad. Like, he's been taking care of his 2 kids, and he's been super dad. So
awesome kids,
if need be, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You know, like Mike could come on the project, but like a lot of his art he has put on hold for that. So it got to a point where doing the 48, in a weird whippy the only time he'll have time to really jump in. Or if I just be like we did the pot, well, it's gonna be called Pierce, like that one short film, but it's specific things. So I fully understand his gumption. I fully understood why he wanted to, or whatever. But my whole deal is, bro, like, you have to communicate something, because not only like was I in a bad mental space this year, a lot of our crew is busy at the moment, so we ain't got the team that we normally would have had. A lot of our actors are occupied, or we're not on the best terms. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, right now, the lay of the land for the squad is not the best for you wanting to like have a Megazord moment. So this one was already like, I don't feel like doing it, but I was like, but nigga, I got you back. Let's kill it. I just had to get that off my chest towards you, bro.
Oh,
if you want to just... No, I was telling that to Mike. I was like, to get that off my chest towards you, bro. That like, dude, if you just want to work on a project, we can just work on a project. You could just come to a nigga and say, look, let's work, versus paying these people this money to hop in this competition to do this thing on the deadline. And here go the secret of the secret sauce, dog. You're destined to make a flawed product under those circumstances, because you cannot make the best movie that you can make in 48 hours.
Unless you shoot a little bit before.
I mean, yeah, unless you cheat. You heard me? But if you know what I mean, if you're not cheating,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Right. No matter what, because
you're being fair.
Right, and after the 48 is over, you know what I mean? We like, you know, like you're supposed to do a 7-minute movie. There's all kind of footage and all kind of stuff that we wind up making, you know, a longer movie, and the longer movie is always, of course, better than the 7-minute movie. So I enjoy
your story.
Yeah, so I enjoy being able to do that, but still, even your longer movie is going to be flawed, because no matter what, you shot this movie in 2 days.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be the best of what you could do. So I'm like, bro, why set ourselves up like that when we could just get together, take our time, and make whatever the fuck we want to make on our own time? Let's do that next time, Mike. But again, we've been doing the 48, except for last year, for like over a decade. So yeah,
tradition, man.
So we'll just say, bro, I just throw that context in.
Oh yeah. So yes, I mean, we combined teams this year.
The Rogue Martians and the Gumbo Monsters.
Rogue Martians and the Gumbo Monsters. And, you know, Gumbo Monsters makeup nigga was that too. But yeah, it was, I actually saw Jenny today. She lent me some lights. And I was telling her that it was interesting to kind of, like, to work with you was I don't know if it's even fair to call it a relief or what, but there's a specific word for it. I just not quite sure what it is yet. But kind of working with y'all, I had built up as we do, cause like I don't know if this is all. I don't want to make this seem like I'm sitting and kissing your ass, but I would kind of like take a couple cues from y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all had, like you said, y'all have been doing it for a decade and stuff like that. And the kind of like, I thought y'all had like some sort of like, you know, magic machine, you know what I'm saying, to get it done like the way y'all do it. You know what I mean? And it's like, ultimately, y'all kind of, you know, do everything the way we do it. Y'all have y'all, you know, the brainstorming session. Everybody gets to throw their thing in. Eventually, we got to say, stop this brainstorming session and we got to get a story out, you know, and then somebody goes, writes it, and then, you know, first time we can get to filming, we get to filming.
The funny part is what I've learned too, though, especially, I'm going to say this, like, it's, on one end, that way works. And on another end, that way may work against you when you're talking about working against time. Like, what you about to say?
Oh, yeah, no. I don't want to cut you off. I want to say another thing I also said was, we approach 48, Rogue Martians, independent of Gumbo Monster. We approach it like summer camp. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, we're here to make a film, but we're also here to have a great time, everybody.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's not a bad thing, but it's like, I said, I just offered an alternative thought, like, just for fun, just for shits and giggles. What if we approached it like a studio or like, you know, how a production company would, like, you niggas go write, you niggas go make sure the batteries is charged, you niggas go do this, you know what I'm saying, instead of, you know, like a huge pot of motherfuckers in the room.
Yeah.
What if it's just maybe, you know, 2 or 3,
and
you know, at best.
I mean, honestly, dog, that's what it delineates into at a point, because it's like we've done every version of it, like every version.
Word.
We've done the version where, like you said, it's full blown summer camp, everybody sleeping, no food, and we've done the version where it's like, hey yo, you know, y'all go home. But like, we've done every version of this. But
I'm sorry, I didn't want to make it seem because in case the team sees this, I didn't mean that in the derogatory sense.
No,
I just mean like that's just the approach that we
come together, let's powwow, whoop-de-woo. And I'm saying that powwow shit is great to on one end, because you get to hear all these ideas, everybody get to be creative. You know what I mean?
We haven't seen you all in a while.
Yeah, you get the camaraderie of it and this and that, but also it kind of eats up time, because now you have to hear everyone's ideas, right, and you have to respect everyone's like mind. You know what I'm saying? And even and when you're the leader of it, or when you're one of the leaders of it, you ain't trying to disrespect nobody. You feel me? Exactly. But over the years, you find yourself sorting through some bad ideas that, because you're trying to give everybody in the room they just do, you'll sit through and sort through, and next thing you know, you spent more hours than you should have. When like there's like let's say there's like 9 people in the room and 9 people have ideas, and now we have 10 ideas on the board. Yeah. Out of those 10 ideas, there might be 5 that are really good, and there might be 2 or 3 that we can actually do in the time. You feel me? But when you got to go through all 10 just to make everybody feel like they had a part in it, you're eating up time that you didn't have to eat. And sometimes it's like, I be wondering if it should just be like what you just said, to a degree of whoever are the writers, and it don't have to be 5 of y'all. It could be 3 motherfuckers that might just come up with a story, and y'all go and figure that out. On one end, you might not have as many ideas, but you probably will get to the main idea that needs to be shot way sooner.
Right, and then like we can brainstorm how to fill in the blanks
to make
versus
that idea work, whatever it is.
Yeah, versus like everybody try to figure out a starting point, a complete skeleton. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's gonna try to build their own skeleton,
and they're gonna build. And one thing,
and not that, I just want to intersect that also, that it's not that they're bad skeletons.
Nope.
We know 100% we probably can't do, or somebody in the room is thinking can't be done,
my nigga,
and it just can't be done.
That's not bad. I'll be the Grinch on the motherfucker, dog. Okay. A lot of ideas come up that we cannot possibly do and fit in a 7-minute time span, or do and shoot within 48 hours like you thinking. Like Like, and I don't want to shit on nobody because it'd be a lot of great ideas. We'd be surrounded by a lot of great creative people. Right. But I be feeling like at times
it just can't be done.
They don't be some of the people, and this happens every year. I'm not picking on this year. This is my retrospect and looking at it every year. You know what I'm saying? Where I be like, where it's like some people have ideas where yes, that's to the point, we can do it. And then there's always these other ideas where it's like, bro, where we gonna even get that from? Or how are we even gonna, like, it's impossible. And that's almost the setup of the situation of finding the perfect game plan, a perfect way that you do it. And you learn it through trial and error at times.
Yeah, I mean, I think I think that what would be dope, just because it's, I don't know, I don't want to sound like condescending when I say this, so I mean, stop me if I do, but I think that everybody wants to like kind of have their DNA in there, and it's like, I think that it would be cool if like, yo, look, these are the locations we got to work with, you know what I'm saying? We kind of know this off the bat, so I mean, maybe kind of work that in, but it's like, y'all come up with a solid skeleton, anything y'all feeling kind of shaky about, you know, a little cartilage we need to put here and there, then let's grab like 4 or 5 people and then they'll come in and do that, you know what I'm saying, sort of thing. But you already have a structure that they have to work within, so it's gonna be a little bit more focused than everybody throwing that thing up there.
It goes by whether everybody gets a say is even the best way to go about a 48-hour situation. People have to check their egos, or on the flip of if you're gonna include 6 to 7 people. Everybody has to have the preface in their head that think of a very simple story. You feel me? Think of something that the locations are simple. You hear me? This is not the time to think of your magnum opus. You feel me? Write that down for later. That's one of the great things that happens. You come up with a whole bunch of ideas, and the ideas you don't do, you can use for other things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at times, like, we be like thinking of all these like crazy things. Like, no, y'all. Don't get tricked. It's a trick. It's a trick. Like, peep the challenge. The challenge is keep making a movie in the movie with all these things in 2 fucking days. Don't get caught up in the muck of, you know, shit. And a lot of times I think a lot of groups probably falling into like spending way too much time and trying to come up with something when really you can just go simple. Keep it simple, stupid. The KISS method.
I mean, that's the thing, man. Like, I don't know. It all kind of, I basically just agree with basically everything you just said. And also in the sense of, it's like we all kind of commit to this 48-hour film festival for whatever reason. Don't get me wrong, we love doing it or whatever, but it feels like a legitimate way to get everybody in the same room to do something. But it's like, we could take that same money that we pay them, no matter how early we do it, put that into the budget of the movie, you know, at the very least, keep everybody fed for 48 hours, get the same fucking experience, and then guess what? We can meet the day before to have a fucking mixer so everybody can get there. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. What's been up? Blah 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 blah. Let's stand bullshit.
I always say that can happen at any moment. It just all starts in the script. Whenever somebody want to talk to me about, like, you know what I mean, how like, man, we need to get together and do this. I'm like, bro, everything starts with a script. If you have a finished script, you can get people to do with that, whatever. But if you don't have the story,
the hardest. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I feel like I keep fucking cutting you off, dog. Please don't let me do that.
I do it to you all the time, bro. Talk your shit.
Bro,
I'm happy for it. Talk your shit.
What I was gonna say is that, like, okay, say how we all said, and everybody had their own fucking skeleton. Even I had a skeleton to throw up there. But it's like, you know, it's like everybody has their own skeleton. So it's like, okay, look at this. We all sat in a room. Everybody has a skeleton. We can't do everybody's skeleton. Mm-hmm. So why don't everybody go home, take your skeleton, you know, get it looking right, and bring that shit back, and we'll do this shit without, no disrespect to, that's what it is. No disrespect to the 48, but we can do this shit on our own, just for the hell. And then when 48 comes up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I feel like it's not even. I feel like you don't even have to even say no disrespect to the 48, specifically because I think part of the reason why they created the 48 was for exactly what you're saying. Yes, to encourage filmmaking. Okay. To encourage people to get together and do just that. And that's my whole deal. You should not depend on a competition that comes 1 year round to be the reason why you make a film. That's why I was so glad we made that other film a couple months ago, because it was like we made that on our own. Like I wrote the script. I got the crew together.
Yeah.
We shot that bitch, and I'm still editing it. But at the same time, like it was done without that, because that's one of the things back in the day when like Gumbo Monster was like way more people and like was really trying to serve everything. We was getting bad morale because, and I took this upon myself. I was like, bro, we're not making enough movies a year, so the people on our squad are feeling slighted because they're only thinking the 48 is the only time that they're gonna get screen time. When truthfully, the 48 is like the all-star game, nigga. We gotta put our best guns in that bitch.
Right.
You know, because it's a fucking competition. Right. So certain people are feeling like they getting slighted because they're not in a situation where it's like, no, nigga, it wasn't personal. It was like, this makes more sense. If we got this girl that was on Queen Sugar that's in the 48, I'm gonna put the motherfucker that was on TV on the fucking in the movie like off the dump because we're in the competition mode. Versus if we making movies for ourselves, you get a role and you get a role and you get like, but we wouldn't fall into that. We would just do the 48. And I would feel guilty a lot of times when the 48 would come around and I'm thinking in my mind like, bro, like we have like 12 actors here and we have a story that only has three characters and now somebody they fucking feelings hurt. That's why if you notice at a point I started not even being in our movies. I started just taking a step back and being like, hey, yo, hey, this you. If you saw me out, it's like Bats have this small ass role and he fucking disappears, son. There was a time I felt weird. And now lately I put the shit on my back because now I won't have as many actors. But fair enough. In general, motherfuckers should be making movies so often that when any of these things roll around and, you know what I mean, who it don't even matter who gets cast, it don't even matter who idea get taken because we make movies. It's what we do anyway. And that's the vibe that motherfucker would hope to get into. You hear me?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, kind of seeing y'all kind of do it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff that's, like, intimidating about it, and it's like, I feel like there's a ton of pressure, so, like, to kind of go through it, like, honestly, this time around, it felt like I was kind of more of a fly on the wall, but I was like, I see every bit of me in what y'all are doing it. More so in 5. Now, I don't know if he's gonna laugh at this or not.
Is we recording?
But
are we recording?
let's make sure.
Right.
No, we are not. Let's get us going again. All right. See, there we go. I don't know if he's gonna laugh or not. But there were a couple times, like, cause you know, 5 is kind of like, you know, cat who's like, you know, telling, like, kind of working with the cameraman and the sound guys and stuff like that. So he's kind of, you know, doing maybe 3 or 4 things maybe in his head.
For the people that's listening, like me and 5, we're a directing team.
Yeah.
And the way it usually divvies off is I handle most of the performance aspect and most of keeping the story and everything together. And he typically deals with the shots and the technical side of things. Right. So that's usually how the parts naturally divvy away.
Yeah, and I mean you've thrown some shots and stuff in there too. But anyway, like there's a synergy between the two of you, yes. But there were moments where I felt like he wasn't really listening. He was like, we were talking to him, but he wasn't really listening because his mind was on something else. But it's like because he's kind of like he's at least got his hands in a couple different things, you know. It's okay. It's understandable that he's preoccupied somewhat.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you're trying to communicate to him, not me particularly, just anybody, if you're trying to communicate to him in that moment, it's like, you think he heard you, but when you get a response, you realize he did not hear you. And I'm like, oh shit, I've been told that that's me, and I've never seen it until now. I'm like, holy shit, it's real. It's so fucking real.
You got to see yourself, bro.
I saw myself there, bro. In that moment, yeah, like, just to kind of like, to be engaged, but not really. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I thought that was kind of fun.
5 brain, like,
me. I don't know if you'll find that funny, but I thought that was hilarious.
5 brain be everywhere, and he be hyper focused. We operate. It's weird how we work because we work together, but we will bump heads, motherfucker. Because at a point, I just be like, bro, like Listen, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like certain things get lost in translation because he don't really like. As like Five, one of my best friends. You feel me? That's my brother. So for the absolute most part, I be understanding what he be saying. Most people be like, I don't know what the fuck Five be saying at times because he speaks in a very particular way. You hear me?
Okay.
And when there's the crunch on and the pressure on, if there's that moment where I feel like, damn, I'm not even understanding what the hell you saying, and I feel like I just said something very simple, that touches my temper in a certain way, and you know, it happens. But I've gotten a lot better. We've gotten a lot better because you know, when you work with a person, you know, that's just, you know, it's work more than that's family. So it's like, things happen different, but I've always wanted, and we came close 1 or 2 years, but nobody ever like stood with it. If somebody could just record the whole fucking backstage process, we all get snippets, you know what I mean? But I wish I could just be somebody I could just hire, be like, I need you here, the whole 48, record everything.
Oh wait, do you want him to like? Would you want somebody to record everything?
Everything, son.
Oh.
That's probably where the money at, and we didn't even notice it. We've been doing this bitch for like all these years, nigga, and the drama and the story and the shit that go down to make the movie oftentimes is way more interesting than the movie, son. Like, bro,
yeah, you're right, boy.
Bro, there's been dog like there's been and truthfully, if somebody was recording, there's so many years I could look back on whether it was drama or whether it was just magic. But because a lot of times people don't know how movies are made. Sometimes people don't know how brilliant some of the people we know are. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I look back and be like, damn, that person killed that. Or damn, look at that shot. You know, oh, shit, I can record myself. Like, look, I can't believe I came up with this, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like any fucking thing. Like, you know what I mean? We take for granted a lot of shit. And it'd just be great to get that shit recorded. Just so people can see, like, look. Like, I often say this about myself, and I feel like about the squad. I feel like about my circle. I feel like about a lot of people in the New Orleans arts community in general, dog. We got some stars out here, son. It's just the telescopes ain't seeing them yet. You know, when you're famous, quote unquote, that's because that telescope is on you. But just because that telescope ain't on you don't make you any less of a star. You hear me?
Yeah.
That star still, like, this got stars we never even fucking heard of that's burning bright than a motherfucker. Now, when that bitch get that telescope on it, it's on and popping, but sometimes you gotta will that telescope to you, or put that bitch on your own self. So hell yeah, son. If it might have would have happened this year if I would have felt like doing it, because again, I felt like dragged into this year. But if I came into it fully like with guns out and blazing feeling it, I probably would have like tried to get someone to do that job, because that's the hardest job. Honestly, because you got to really be around the whole time. Yeah, it's really a team job too, because you might need to be in more places than once.
Right.
But
that's what I was thinking too. Yeah, I mean, I would have loved to have done some like behind the scenes stuff, like when Chris and them were around. I mean, like it's still. And
I gotta remember, I appreciate you for getting what you did get, because you'll just sneak up with the camera and do this shit. But it wasn't nothing like planned. I just felt like Marty was like, well, why not? And you hit the record, and that was great. And I just wish like it was more planned. Like if nigga just said, "Yo, Marty, here goes some money, here goes some energy drinks, here goes some weed. I need you to just keep recording everything."
Who told you the cheat code?
Yeah, put the battery pack in there right now, G. Let's go. This is what we're doing. Because there's so much. I swear, there's so much entertainment to be made. It's the essence of that play. I said it when we was in brainstorming. Now I can't think of the name of it.
Man, if we could fucking mic everybody too, bro.
Everything, dog. It is a move, bro. That might be the setup. Because next year if we do it, it might be my last year doing it. You feel me? Because I feel like the 48. Really? I feel like the 48 is designed for beginners that's trying to just get into making movies and seeing what that's like. Yeah. And people with money that's been making movies, and it's like I could throw some money to this and just have some fun with it.
My red camera.
We are all in this place of the things we do now matter because we trying to get on. You feel me? Whether it's a short film, whether it's a long form film, we're in that arena where we don't got time to just make frivolous shit that's gonna go on YouTube and get 200 views. We're in a place where it's like, my nigga, we need to be creating something that we can pitch to someone. We need to be creating something that can win something. We need to be creating things that can get us on, because when you're on and you do a 48, it's fine because you're just having some fun. When you're just starting, you do a 48, it's great because you're getting your experience. My nigga, I've gotten experience. I've made a bunch of films at this point. I'm an actor. I've been in a bunch of films at this point. This shit ain't for play as much for me. So, and we in these years are ticking. We all getting older and shit. You feel me? So like I said, if I was to do it next year, it would most likely be my last year unless something happened. And also going into that next year, I'm trying to do exactly that.
Like behind the scenes?
Trying to get someone to do what you said, like mic the motherfuckers, just really get with as much footage as possible. Right. Now, you saw the finished film, right?
Yes. Oh my God, dude. Like, y'all music, bro, always fucking get me, dude. Like, that fucking dun 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 dun. Like, remind me of fucking some Class Act fucking score. I'm like, who the fuck did that? How did they do it? And I need them to score this thing if I can never fucking finish writing it. I want that as my score.
Shouts out to my dude Shagadelic, because typically...
Oh, that was him, right. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Typically on the music end, like, either I holler at my dude Tizzle, or I hop online and I just find some shit that's free that I like, and I just put it oftentimes. But if it's not me finding some shit that I like, it's usually my dude Matt Tizzle, who does the opening theme of FlyWithBats Podcast, or whatever. But this year, like my dude Shagadelic been telling me for years, bro, if you ever want me to do whatever, I got you. And we just been always missing each other. And I can't even say it was me. Five took it on himself. He reached out to Shag and was like, whoop-de-woo, and he got Shag to come through and do all the music on it this time is from him.
So how did y'all get to that place? Was that something he already kind of had prepared already that y'all heard and y'all liked, or did he create it?
As you know, we pulled telenovela / soap opera, you know what I'm saying? And so as we're creating this and developing this, Five and Lawrence and Sherelle, you know what I mean, they just trying to think of like vibes or what sounds match what we got, you know what I mean? I'm editing the movie, they seen the movie, you know, so they trying to think of what's some examples that we can pitch to him, because I had nothing to do with this part. I can't take no credit. They were on that. I'm in the booth editing. I'm like, yo, I'm editing. You feel me? I came up with the fucking story, guys. I acted in this motherfucker. Now I'm editing this motherfucker. Y'all got that. Y'all figure it out. And I'm like, whatever y'all think of, I'll go with. So they told Shag the vibes that they were having and shit. And I was saying, you know what I mean? My only contribution was, don't get stuck on thinking we have to do stereotypical soap opera music. This is our movie, you feel me? Because my whole deal was, when you look up the definition of a soap opera, it's a domestic situation. That's mainly what they say it is. And there's all these things that they're known for, but the very bones situation is something domestic that is in conflict and is played up. So whatever music we feel, fucking Empire is a soap opera. You know what I mean? We always think Days of Our Lives, but fucking Power is a soap opera. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, you dig? So, nigga, just do what you feel. You feel me? So I'll probably Five on explain, like, cause they was taking like all kind of like inspirations from different things, and you know, really, I forget what it was, cause they was having the conversations. Like I said, I was in the editing booth, but when he came with the sounds, I knew what I didn't like, or at least what I knew wouldn't work, because you know, it becomes your baby to a degree. So after I edit, I'm listening to some of these sounds like but that one that you liked, as soon as I heard it, I said, wait, I know where this goes. Like I know where this goes, and that was the first one I liked out of all of them, because I didn't know how to make them all work, honestly, but when I heard that sound, I was like, that goes under when Lawrence is doing the announcer voice. And for the people that's listening, what we did was the story we told, and I got to ask you another question about this story in a second. I had this idea of, because remember I was saying we need to have simple. So I was like, a relationship. Imagine if you were stuck in an argument that you couldn't get out of. Like, it just had the same argument over and over and over. And I was like, you know, like on some Groundhog's Day time loop shit. You feel me? Like, what if every time you went to sleep, woke up, or whatever, you're in this fucking argument? And that was the premise. And that's what we went with. You feel me? So from that premise, that's the story, y'all. I'm gonna say that's the story right there. So we was trying to figure out the music of it and what would work and announce it, like, and there's always this narrator that comes up every time the loop starts over, and Lawrence was always that narrator that'd be like, this is Ray whatever, and he's whatever. So
this is Ray Winston.
Yeah, that sound was
Arrogant
nice.
Observer.
But Shag hooked us up, because then as I'm listening to the music and we listened to the sound, we saw what was go good in different places, and it just came together.
That's dope, man. I love that. Oh man, dude, I was like, fuck, I need that shit in my life. But yeah, no, I want that. I gotta have that beat. Anyway, yeah, it was dope. See, I guess I can be honest now since we had that whole opening section. Oh yeah, I had to pause it, bro. I was like, oh man. Oh yeah, that's right. This you were here for this. You did see this. Okay, cool. But it's kind of fucking with me. You know what? I'm just gonna.
What you saying, bro? What you saying?
Nah, just the whole like, we're gonna have the same fucking fight over and over again. There's nothing you can do about it. And
feels kind of personal, don't it?
Yeah, it felt a little personal. I wasn't making that connection while we were there, and I'm actually seeing it. But I'm like, when I watched it back, I'm like, fuck, this is.
Dog. That's
what the fuck?
What I'm saying, bro. Like it's so funny. Like when I showed this movie to a couple friends in close, like when my mama saw it, my mom said, "Oh, so you made a movie about your relationship?" My mom just straight said it, and I was like, "Wait, what?" My dog, one of my partners, Chris, he's like, "Bro, so you're just recapping your summer?" And I was like,
"Oh, really?"
And I swear, really? And so once those two entities said that, I've never been able to watch this movie without taking in like, oh shit, this is kind of like my life, not my life, but like I've been here, like. Like, that's a bit, my nigga. It fucked me. Like, now when I watch it, dog, I can't unsee it. You hear me? And
I feel you.
I'm glad you said what you said. Throughout the process of us creating it, it wasn't nothing.
It wasn't like in the forefront of my head
at all.
But like,
and I'm in the movie, and I made up the story. It's like some unconscious shit or some art imitates life, dog. When I was coming up with this shit, I wasn't thinking, no, bro. When we pulled fucking soap opera, I was like, okay, relationship. And I just was on the level. I'm about telling you outside, I said, dude, I just don't want to make nothing normal. So I like the time loop idea. Right. So I was like, I'm just stuck on this time loop. So time loop, relationship, what can happen in a time loop, and argument. Like I really put it together like that. So, and the only girl we had was old girl besides Sherelle. And Sherelle was like, well, I'm helping on this end. And I'm like, well, we got this girl who's only acting. And we have Sherelle who's saying she's about all these other things. I don't want to waste this actor girl's time. So that's how she got the role specifically because she was only there to do that. You hear me? It's like how everything fell. And now I'm watching that bitch. And I'm like, damn. And she a light-skinned chick, kind of like my ex and shit. And it's like,
I know. But like, okay, so there was a couple moments where I'm like, okay, this happened in the bedroom, and I wasn't in there for any of that stuff. I could hear it, but I didn't actually see it. And then I went away for a while and smoked a cigarette or two. So it was like there was some stuff that happened that I never even heard or whatever. So it was like, oh, y'all did this. And then it's not funny. I'm sorry. I'm laughing because it's awkward. I'm not laughing because it's funny.
I'm not even tripping.
I'm laughing because it's awkward.
I'm not even tripping.
But yeah, no, because I'm like, you're about to just say it. You just like no, we're not there yet. We're not there yet.
This is an iconic episode.
Oh
God, guys.
Oh my God, yeah, he's right.
Oh God, guys, y'all
gotta get you a good one.
This the one right here, y'all. Like,
yeah, man.
Welcome to that show, of course, dog. But like,
be some files.
So the name of the movie is One Loop to Live. A play on the what's the One Life to Live. Yeah, whatever. One of them soap operas.
Oh yeah, One Life to Live.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and it's gonna be available on YouTube, Gumbo Monster 504, probably by this weekend.
It's gonna be fun.
And it's gonna be on my Instagram. The thing is, like, if you follow any of us in any kind of way, you're gonna be able to see this movie. And especially if you listen to the podcast, hearing this behind the scenes, how I come together. If you want to fucking laugh at the fact that I accidentally kind of made a mirror. But it's not nothing specific. Because the irony is this, bro, and this some behind the curtain shit too. When I was going through the breakup at first, I actually wrote a script about.
Oh yeah, right.
Specifically, everything. Specifically, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that script been done for months now. And nigga, funny enough, bro, like it shares the name of, again, I don't follow this person, but people tell me shit. Apparently, she made some skit with the same name as the script. Like she made a skit or whatever.
Oh,
and named it the same.
Yes.
Oh, so you saw it.
Yes.
Yeah, and it had nothing to do with our shit, but it just so ironically, whoa.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I didn't see it, so I don't know what it has to do with. Honestly.
Okay, fair enough.
But I'm guessing.
I know you're okay. So I just have taken the approach of just not bringing it up at all.
Don't. And I think all my friends and family that do that, like,
okay, yeah. I don't. Like, but I did see it, and it did. And the only thing that made me stop and go, "What?" was, this is okay. That was just weird because the name just kind of all right.
But like I think,
and you just kept moving.
Yeah, somebody described it as like it wasn't like it was about like some horror shit. It was like not about relationships or nothing. No. I don't know. I don't need to know. No. I don't need that. I love that all my friends and family take that approach. Don't tell me nothing because I don't want to know nothing. I don't need to know nothing. Let me stay in my bubble. Let her stay over there. But like when they told me that was the name of her her skit, and I'm over here, I wrote my script. Since you know what I mean, I've been wrote my script.
Right.
So I was like, damn, I hope if I ever drop this, nigga don't think whatever the fuck. But either way it goes, it's ironic. It's ironic that the script that's actually about the shit on purpose, we ain't shoot that yet. We do this, and I accidentally, you know what I mean. And I really like this little movie that we made, dog. Like,
I like it too. I like it a lot.
I really dig it. It's really like rewatchable because it's not long and drawn out. It's rewatchable, and I always like time loop movies. Like I love Groundhog Day. I love the concept. Whenever I watch TV shows and people be stuck in a loop, I'll be like, "Oh, how y'all gonna break the loop?" It's like it's a concept and a trope that's a favorite of mine. So like it was fun to even execute and do in a way that worked.
Yeah, man, I really dug it. I wanna, like, one thing I will say is like it definitely I think inspired me to kind of be like this. I'm putting so much pressure on putting together a script and just sitting down and listening to other people throw out ideas and starting to formulate ideas in my head too. At the same time, it's like, okay, this isn't as scary as you think it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's fun.
Somehow, yeah, but like somehow it felt easier because like there was no pressure this time around. Like y'all kind of took all of the bearing of all of that this time around, so it was just kind of like it was just a different feeling to be in this space and
Marty's
not
trying
feel
to
like
say,
that.
Marty's trying to say that if it failed, it was on Gumbo Monster this time. You have to feel this. It's on them niggas.
No.
I get to freely come up with movie ideas and just be like, oh.
Yeah, because this does not represent me at all. This does not represent me at all.
I don't
but
know
that
them
person's
niggas.
idea over there, I'm stealing it.
I don't know them niggas. What?
No, man. No, it's just like, honestly, bro. No, never mind. But when we got to at a certain point in the writer's room or the brainstorm session, I just felt like if I say something, it's only going to prolong this. And it's like, because I may say something and people will just, throw it on the ground and nobody will pay attention, it'll die there. But if somebody sort of, reels that shit back in and then it gets tossed around like a fucking beach ball at goddamn, Woodstock, it's going to keep going and bouncing. It's like, it's another. So
but it might have helped though, because you never know.
Maybe.
Stimuli, son. Like,
yeah.
So you never know what gets thrown in, and you might say something that might spark something that might spark. Because oftentimes, I often say what you think is a bad idea, because what you think is a bad idea, we can refine or we can take something from, and that little part made it to the main thing, and you didn't even realize it was usable. So, because my thing is, I'm often trying to, like, if you throw me an idea, I will obsess on how can I make this thing work. Because that's what happened with the loop thing. We got stuck on the loop thing. I had to say, okay, I need to go outside. I need to take a breather. Because I know I can make this work. But I can't make this work if everybody is still throwing new shit. Because if you throw new shit, I'm going to try to make your new shit work. And I'll never be able to make the bare bones work. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's like when I came back in. I'm like, it's this, and this. It was to a point where I was like, well, I guess everybody was like, I guess we're going with this one because it's so specific. But it was like, yo, I just needed to... you know what I mean? Formulate some shit. You heard me? But shouts out to the actors too, because this was one time that
this was fun.
I actually wrote a script, like I actually wrote words for them, and they actually said all the words. Because typically we go improv, like, you know what I mean? Like typically I have my people there that hadn't done it with all these years, and like it's like here go the idea, we're gonna improv everything. I was still improving a lot, but like, and they improv some too. Don't get it twisted, but a lot of words that were written was actually being said. I was like, whoa, okay, that's dope. Yeah. And they learned that shit fast, and they all had moments like, oh girl, shouts out to girl Charlotte, that was the lead lady or whatever. I love, she has these great eyes. She says she does so much with her eyes, my nigga. And she had this nice presence about it, and like she joined the team because she just wanted to get some experience. She's kind of just starting her acting career, and once she got loose, like I remember, like it got fun, like you know what I mean. I like breaking a person out of their shell, like you know, like the scenes in the bedroom where like she's going off. Son, I kept this one scene just because like we improv it. I just love like, oh, she going off right now. I gotta use this, and she's going, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That pissed her off for real. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she started getting mad. She started going on board. I'm like, oh yeah, we took her somewhere. Because then at the point she was going so good that I actually in real life got tongue tied, and I'm like, oh no, son, that wasn't a game. Like I was really trying to get my words out. And I'm stuttering because I'm like, and I was loving it because she kept going because like early in that day I remember like she had this mess up and I was like, man, no, just keep going at all times. So she remembered that, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember some other scene, she called me the wrong name. She's like, oh, shit. I was like, no, we're going to keep it moving. So she got me. She kept going. So I was like, oh, we going. She said, what you laughing about? She's like, oh, you laughing?
I think this is funny.
Funny? I'm done. I'm fucking done. And she just storms out. I'm like, oh, God, that was, she just killed that shit. And that was not on the page. That was on the page. Oh, that would just be saying, just go for it. And I'm gonna needle you, but she had no clue how. You heard me? So, you know, big ups to her. I feel like, you know, I saw growth there. My dude Chris had me joked out in the car. And like, cause Chris said all the words, but just how he said it, like, if it wasn't me, it was gonna be somebody else. But my favorite line from Chris,
I like what?
It's not even on the page again. It's some shit he just said. He said, basically he said, man, you know, I mean, he's okay. The binging bro was in the script, but then he was like, you know, binge bro, and he was like, he said something. Basically, the gist of it was, you fucked over her, this and that, but then he says, respectfully.
No, okay.
Yeah, no, when he said no, I almost broke when he said respectfully, because imagine telling somebody the most disrespectful shit imaginable. You just fucked that bad old lady and shit. Respectfully. Respectfully, man. Respectfully. I fucked her, but respectfully.
Y'all don't binge anymore, man? Come on, what did he say? Fuck. You left it open, something like you left it open for another nigga or something like that.
Yeah, slide through.
The slide through, yeah.
Because you ain't binging with your girl. You feel me?
You binge anymore, man?
You gotta binge, bro. But yeah, y'all, the movies that be dropping. We'd love for y'all to check that out. Send any feedback to reviewingdat@gmail.com. You heard me. If you've been listening to Reviewing That Show for any amount of time, you know every year for the 48, we come back with this recap. Typically, it's Marty's team and Bat's team. This year, it's this year, you know, and remember that one year we had Mike on that was running it, so that was our little recap. We gonna now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We can now get into actual festivities of things that we supposed to be talking about.
Yes, sir.
You heard me.
What we got? What we doing?
Raising Kanan, my nigga.
Raising Kanan. So, who wants to go first? Yeah, you go first. Tell me how you feeling about this?
I'm really digging Raising Kanan, my nigga. Like, I feel like how I felt when I first stumbled across the Power universe, where it was all fresh and new. Cause that's the thing too. See, like, I'm a Power fan. I love all of it. I like Power Book 1, all of it. Power Book 2, all of it. And I know it gets clunky. Guys, and I know it got to a point where
it got very clunky at the end.
But again, it's soap opera. Like I really look at this show like a soap opera. Like I think maybe the first couple seasons you could have gave it some kind of high drama shit, but still it just was always somewhat ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And in a very enjoyable way, in a very entertaining way. You feel me? So it's one of those things of, I'm often say the first 3 seasons were the best. And after that, it kind of started dwindling, and then it got weird. Not weird in a bad way, but just it. I see why some people fell off it. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But I'll watch it front to back.
It became very routine.
It became a lot. Not even just routine. Like certain things would happen with characters, and you're like, wait, come on. Like, because one of my biggest things was, like, and this kind of happened on Snowfall, I said to a degree too, last season, I felt like the lead character got stupider than he was. You know what I'm saying? And that started bothering me. It's like, dog, we first met Ghost was like this mastermind tactician ass nigga. Like, mentally, he always had that was the hype of, like some of my most favorite moments was like, damn, Ghost outsmart though. I didn't see that coming. Ghost did that. And they started kind of making my dog kind of stupid, dog.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
You feel me? So there'd be certain things that went on, like, I just didn't always agree with, but I would still stand by, still one of my favorite shows. Same with Power Book 2. Power Book 2 with Tariq ends so great. Like, I feel like it's trying to find its way the first half, and then like with that second half of that season, it find its way, and I start really liking it. But it's not as good as Raising Kanan. Raising Kanan raised a different bar. Like these first 5 to 6 episodes of Raising Kanan has like, I mean, it's competing with Power already for me. You know what I mean? As far as the writing, the acting, you know what I mean? The believability. Shouts out to the actress that plays Raquel. My God, she's one of my favorite female characters of all time already. The way she swagged that role, the way she is. I'd have looked that lady up. She from fucking North Carolina. I'm thinking she a real New Yorker, man. She talking that shit. She even have the mannerism, the face. Like, I'm in love, Miss Raquel. Black actor Peter sent me this video of her on stage doing some musical, nigga. She's an actor, nigga.
Oh, word.
Nigga.
Okay.
Come on, shouts out to her. I love the lead character dude that's playing young 50, young Kenny. He killing it. I laugh sometimes because he got the vernacular. Like he sometimes he slip, but for the most part he be trying to do the voice, and he puts his mouth. And I know that's you have a vocal trainer that's helping you
get the accent and stuff.
Hell yeah, a lot of them do. I've been on set so many times with like famous people, and they have the person on set that's keeping them together. And what's funny is on a project I was recently on, I'm not gonna say who because I don't know if it's right for me to say, but one of the actors, vocal trainer, I don't know what's the right word for it. They just love my New Orleans accent, so they had me like. I probably could have charged the motherfucker for this, but I didn't care. But they asked me if I could she gave me like a list of a whole bunch of things to just say. Because like the New Orleans accent is like, it's rare. You know what I mean? People don't really know it.
Oh, the coach asked you for this.
Yeah. The coach asked me if I could, I could have charged, you know what I mean? But I did it off the strength. I did it off the strength, you feel me? And and what's funny is the way that they do it, I didn't know the way that they do it, they teach. I was doing tongue twisters. I was doing a lot of tongue twisters, but in my vernacular, and she was saying that was one way that they teach people like accents, because that's a way that you can put your mouth in different positions, because that's what a lot of times, and all your tongue in different positions that is not used to being put in, because that's one part about like trying to speak like someone else, trying to have another vernacular that's not your own. Like the way we speak, our mouth is used to doing, our mouth and our tongue be in certain positions and how we talk. Like the way I say talk is gonna be different than how you say talk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So like capturing those vowels through tongue twisters is usually one of the ways that they get someone who doesn't know how to speak in one vernacular to help them move over to it. It was interesting. Okay. And I had to do like a bunch of those phrases and stuff so they can, I guess, put that in their little bag of, we have an authentic New Orleans accent.
New Orleans, we finally got the You Ursula took your goddamn voice, man.
You hear me? But the thing about New Orleans accent is there's so many of them. You hear me? Like there's like, my accent is not the epitome of a New Orleans accent. You feel me? I have an accent, don't get it twisted.
Yes,
and
sir.
It is very New Orleans, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you go to the hoods of New Orleans, nigga. If you ain't from here, you might not understand what some of these niggas is even talking about.
Yeah, those moments can happen, yeah.
And it's interesting. But I just love the way, like, and they all killing it. Like, Mom Raquel, the dude playing 50. Joey Badass is murdering it as Unique, the gangster. Yeah. That dude got his pure presence, my nigga. And being a cat that's often booked in those kind of roles, you hear me? Yeah. He's bringing, like, I often say, like, I love when a person can bring a flair and a depth to the bad guy, because the gangster can just be the gangster. That's not fun. You know what I mean? What makes a nigga fun is, man, what is it? Can you make him likable? Can you make me pity him? Can you make me feel for him? Can you make me feel you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love the bad guys that have, like, that's the best ones, the depth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even saying that it made this nigga so deep so far, but all of the mannerisms, all that Joey Badass has been coming with to play this character, I've been tipping my hat on, like, dude, authenticity is on point, G. Yeah, dude. Yeah, so if I'm giving my first thoughts, that's just my verbal vomit of my first thoughts of, like, high praise for Raising Kanan.
Okay. Well, everybody prepare for Bats to tell you that I'm hating, cause.
Yeah, because if I like, because we know Marty don't like nice things.
Marty don't like nice things.
And typically, I like to let Marty go first.
To let him not like these nice things.
So I could just say a bunch of praises. So we going inverse. What you saying, bro? Where you at? Yes, I love it. Yes, I love it. We don't agree on one. What's
Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie to you though. Let me start off by saying, let me get the good stuff first. I just kind of was watching this show, man, up until the last episode that just aired last week. Like that's the one that hooked me when we, find out what we find out, and Omar or whatever is in the mix. But
spoilers. Well, we haven't spoiled anything really yet, but I need y'all to know again, if it's your first time listening to Reviewing That Show, we are a spoiler podcast.
True.
We have no qualms about spoiling shit. So we have not watched any Raising Kanan. Again, we haven't spoiled anything yet, but I feel like something's about to be spoiled, so just know it's happening. There are 5 to 6 there's 6 episodes in. How many episodes have dropped so far?
I believe 5 or 6. I'm not 100% sure. I want to say 5.
Well, go get caught up on all those episodes and then come back to the show if you haven't listened to Raising Kanan, or skip forward to the next thing that we're going to talk about.
So, bro, I like the show. I think it's cool. I don't feel like this is Kanan unless, at some point, Kanan's gonna get hit in the head with a brick and go into a coma. But before that happens, they're going to kill all of his family in front of him. They're gonna, all die. Either that's gonna happen at some point. No, I'm just fucking around. Because it's still early, but
I'm about to say he's 15, bro.
Yeah, I know.
I think that's the beauty of the show, like the tragedy that is to come. Because even with his cousin Jukebox in that bitch, and shout out to that young actress playing Jukebox, she's killing it. She's really good, dog.
Yeah, I love her. Like, don't get me wrong, I really kind of dig all the actors. I don't really feel like this is Kanan. But if this is the slow burn to him turning into the guy that we last saw, then I'm down for that.
Same with Jukebox. Remember how we meet Jukebox, man? What's her name?
Jukebox feel like fucking Jukebox. Kanan to me don't feel like Kanan. This is me, right? You know what I'm saying? This is me though, but yeah, Jukebox still. Like I saw that one, I'm like, they had to tell me that's Jukebox. That's fucking Jukebox,
what I'm saying is like in Power, when we first meet Jukebox, she ain't no motherfucking joke.
Yeah.
Like at all.
True. She Wu-Tang for sure. On
Raising Kanan, we meet Jukebox. She got an edge to her, but she's still a girl. She's still a sweetheart. You know what I'm saying?
She's rocking the jacket.
But she's doing gangster things. Don't get twisted. She's still a criminal. But what I'm saying is, she's not like, dude, Jukebox is gonna kill a kid. Like, you know what I mean? Like spoilers for Power, guys. Like one of the crazy things that happens on the show is Kanan kills Jukebox. You feel me? And that's his cousin. He kills Jukebox over his protectiveness over Tariq, who Kanan and Tariq, I see when I watch Raising Kanan, I'm like, oh, this is just little Tariq again. You know what I mean? Kanan was Tariq, but his mama, he was a Tariq. So that's what he really saw. That was like, it's interesting to see that a similarity there. But like, so to know that that's where they're going to end up. When I watch him as kids, I just be like, oh. And he said when he first meet Jukebox that was his heart. He even said it in Power, like that anybody would be his heart. That was Jukebox. You feel me? So the fact that that's how they end. But again, Jukebox was about killing a kid. That chick was gone.
A kid that he cared about.
Right, but still grown Jukebox is a fucking killer. So we see her as this, for the most part, sweet girl. Like, of course, she has these other things about her, but you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying when you say this nigga ain't Kanan yet. These kids, we gotta watch when we meet them. They're in their 30s. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I realize like that's the argument that like that's just the logical argument there.
He's like, you just came with logic or whatever.
No. It's just like no. It's a thing that I don't want to do, and like look, we heard this conversation earlier, bro. I'm impatient. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just kind of like I want to speed this the fuck along, and it's like. They're not in the business
already and shit.
Yeah, I'm like, where the fuck is Ghost? Where is Tommy? This isn't Power Book 3. And then I'm like, oh, you niggas done taken over stars. Y'all niggas done fucking got a little thing that plays that says Power Universe first.
It's a universe.
I'm
bro.
like, okay.
I had audition for Tommy's son. For Tommy's show.
Huh?
I had audition for Tommy's show.
Oh, word?
Yeah, they shooting that now if they didn't finish shooting. I had a couple characters I went for. I didn't get it. I wish. But, nigga, I was so bucked up getting any kind of audition for Power Universe, dog, because I actively watch it. Because I've often told you, dog, so many things I book be shit that I probably wouldn't have watched if I wasn't booking. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So anytime I get booked in something that I would naturally watch on my own, I'd be excited. Like, oh, I got... Yay, you heard me? So hopefully I get an opportunity to that. But like, no, they have a universe, my nigga. It's the Power Universe, my nigga.
Oh yeah,
but like, yeah, son. So I hear you on you want him to be 50 already, but we gotta give this nigga some time. And you know, that's another thing that makes me excited. Me wondering what the fuck is gonna happen to this kid to make him
turn into the nigga
the devil.
Yeah.
You heard me?
We got to
like, because we really didn't see, he kills his own son, powered spoilers, guys. Like, 50 Cent's Kanan is the devil, yo. The only thing that softens him up is Tariq, and now it seems because he literally sees himself in Tariq. Like, that is literally the only, like, that was his saving grace, and also his downfall, like Tariq, his love for Tariq. Honestly. So, and that's, you know, a beautiful character arc to me. But, like, I feel like, we know his mama gonna die.
Yeah.
Rock gotta get killed. Like, you know it's gonna happen. She's the biggest gangster and everything. She gotta get killed. I just hope he don't kill his mama. I don't want that to be the direction we go. You know what I mean? I understand it's raising Kanan and shit, but like, I think it's more dynamic if it's a tragedy that maybe even happens in front of him versus... I don't want to get that. Like, I won't be surprised if he got to kill one of his uncles or whatever, just to establish that this nigga about killing family. But I don't want him to kill Raquel.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I don't think that they're in danger of that at all, but I do think that...
I mean, his uncle did kill his...
He'll get his best friend.
Yeah, one of the biggest developments is the fact that, like, okay, so in the first episode, he think he helping his mom out by killing this guy he already got beef with that is part of the rival gang.
Oh,
and
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's part of the rival gang. He already didn't fuck with that nigga because, you know, Buck 20 was with the girl he liked. Right. So, you know what I mean? I ain't say he wanted to kill Buck 20 over this girl, but I think the fact that it didn't hurt that, oh, you violated my mom, so Kanan thought. And you also nigga I already don't fuck with, so Kanan and his partner D-Wiz, because D-Wiz did his own downfall, honestly. D-Wiz the nigga who told Kanan that Buck 20 was on them corners. D-Wiz was the one who got the guns from his big brother. I'm like, you know what I mean? It sucks that, you know what I mean, with all said and done, both Kanan and D-Wiz went and shot that boy down, and then Kanan mama, to deliver a body to the streets to protect her son, basically had his uncle kill his best friend D-Wiz, so, you know, to get the heat off of Kanan. All of it's understandable and shit, but I just want to say this, D-Wiz. You was also at school talking loudly about it was your body to catch. So yeah, that's the story that's told about you now, dog. But that shoe is gonna drop because Jukebox saw her uncle be the last one to be with D-Wiz. So I'm not saying it's gonna make him kill Lulu or what have you, but that shoe is gonna drop at some point.
Yeah, you know what? That's true.
It's the
I
power
wonder
universe.
how that's gonna play out. I mean,
they don't show us nothing that don't come back, bro. You know that.
Yeah, that's true. I just, you know what? It's like I don't know. Yeah, it's just like not this dude. I mean, the Kanan that I know will kill them all, but this dude, I mean, he gonna go like try to reach for his gun, and his mom gonna walk in, and he ain't gonna be able to get his goddamn gun.
Bro, he 15. Why you keep trying to make him? He's in 10th grade, dog. I feel like we won't see the sparks of the Kanan Stark that we know at least until he like 17. Like we got 18. We got to get him at least close to being a man. He's still literally a kid. 15. His mom just showed him how to cook crack. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, fair enough.
Like he just saw his first dead bodies now. Like he shot a nigga and that was one dead body. Then his uncle killed the nigga in front of him and he threw up. He's still a fucking kid, bro. Like
fair enough.
I feel like, was he younger than Tariq? He's about Tariq's age.
He's a
Tariq
when they meet each other for the first time.
When Tariq started being on fuck shit, how old was Tariq? About 15, 16?
Yeah, he's about 15, 16. Yeah.
So it's about the same shit going on. So you know what I mean? Like, and that makes you wonder, dog, because like we often have said about book 2, like we watching little ghosts, baby ghosts. We watching Tariq got bodies at this point. The way book 2 ends, spoiler alert, guys. Tariq gets a definite body. Like throughout the series of Power, Tariq caught a body, but that body was one of the ones you could have kind of been like, you could almost gave him that one, like that was in revenge for his sister. So it was like,
it was justified in.
It's
some
almost
way.
like an emotional play. Like if Marty, if somebody kills someone close to you, if you go kill that person, I won't look at you as that nigga Marty, a gangster now. I'm gonna think Marty just got revenge right quick because he was hurt. You know what I mean?
Right.
No, the body he catches in his show is a very you're a gangster now, Tariq. This is not I can't. Even though you was doing it to protect yourself, no matter what, dude. No, that was you murdered this person.
Oh yeah, you did it. You did it that one.
You're a little ghost now. So
definitely.
That's what we had with Kanan. Like Kanan was Kanan did shoot fuck that camera then. Kanan did catch this body, but there's gonna be this one body that we haven't caught. It's like the same thing on Snowfall. Franklin first body and he accidentally killed his partner. You know what I mean? Bitch! That's who that is! I've been wondering who Lulu was for the longest. That's Franklin partner. No,
I had to look that shit up because it bothered the fuck out of me.
I've been looking at this nigga the whole time.
Dog, I know. I couldn't get through the first episode without looking it up, bro. Bro, good. You good?
Big.
Because I couldn't do it.
Big.
Nigga, I couldn't do it.
I've been watching this show for 6 episodes, dog.
I could not get through the first episode without figuring that out, bro.
I'm staring at this nigga like, why do I know
Where do I know you from?
Where do I know Lulu from? Because he bigger now. He was slim on Snowfall. Like, he got some size on him now. You feel me?
Yeah, a little more youth in him, it seems.
And I love the way he played that character. He all smooth and cool and shit. It's not even like the nigga he played on Snowfall, come to think of it. So it's like
you know what, to be honest with you, I didn't really remember. I just remembered him as the friend that died. I didn't really remember the friend.
He was it was funny enough in the pilot, your dude from Queen Sugar plays that role. The dude Kofi Surabe, whatever his name is, that plays Ralph Angel. He played that role at first in the pilot, and then they reshot the pilot with your boy, with Lulu in there. And I think they did it because they didn't want to have Kofi and Damson Idris looking too much alike. That's too. They got similar looks. You know what I mean? I think they wanted to switch it up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I guess two dark-skinned brothers can't be the same thing. But wow, dog! I didn't realize till this very moment that Lulu was Franklin's partner. But like I was saying on Snowfall, Franklin's first body is Lulu. I'm gonna call him Lulu now, bitch. Yeah. Franklin's first body is Lulu, and we ain't gonna count that as your real first body, Franklin. You know what I mean? Even when he had his partner kill that other dude. His partner killed that other dude. You know what I mean? He had his partner pull the trigger. So it still wasn't a direct body for Franklin. But I forget which one of them times. But like at a point, Franklin catches direct, oh no, you're a murderer now, Franklin. This ain't, you know what I mean, an accident. You shot for the leg and your boy died. This ain't, you made the hit. No, nigga. At a point, you pulled the fucking trigger into
your
daddy. Was one of them. You killed that girl daddy.
Like, for real, that was murder, nigga.
That's murder, nigga. We ain't got no other thing we could call that, nigga. You feel me? So
premeditated too, nigga. Kanan came through the window.
Kanan gonna get one of those. You hear me? Like, and when he get one of those, that's when you're gonna start to see that situation come up. Cause he ain't he got a body on his hands, but he ain't a full blood murderer yet.
True, because he did want to go to that confrontation with a gun.
Yeah, but then
that could have ended badly.
I mean, he went in there with that intention, but when you saw when he was in it, he had the second thoughts of that intention, but was still pulling the trigger. Like, it's gonna be different when it's really like, no, nigga, I'm gonna murder this nigga, and this is what it is. I love the whole cast. Like, his fuck up ass uncle is hilarious. Jukebox dad.
They
They gave him some depth in the last episode.
See, yeah, that's why I'm like, I kind of fuck with everybody now on some level. I mean, your boy just a nigga. Jukebox dad.
Yeah, he a whole nigga, bro.
He's just a nigga. It's like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like he down for the team. You know what I'm saying? At least I've seen that
for
much
now.
For now,
because that's
for now. You think?
Man, like.
Oh, you think because of that the friction that he's having with his brother?
I mean, he's having friction with them.
True.
He's the odd man out, and we know from like I'm looking at the story.
Oh, he do be fucking up.
Bro. You know what I mean? He do be fucking up, but it looked like in story he was a nigga that was naturally supposed to be leading the way. He's a fuck up. He got put in jail, so Rock had to step up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Rock and when you got out of jail, you have to fall in line, nigga, because Rock had a working thing. You feel me? And you know what I mean? He humble enough to follow his little sister and see that she a boss. But like that last episode, at the very least, show us he having second thoughts about certain things. And while he's still loyal, I can see over time, like, see Lulu conflict is gonna be whether he gonna want to stay in the game or not, because your girl bucking him up to do the music thing. You feel me? But his shit ain't gonna be loyalty. He loyal as shit. Your boy thing is gonna be power. You hear me? I think, ironically, there's certain things he don't agree with how Rock run her shit. You feel me? So he gonna be one to like keep an eye on how long he gonna stay down. I think the big brother.
Okay, I can see that actually. That could be the way. Honestly, it just for me it was it was just so kind of boring. Up until
how are you bored? I've been in.
I was like, I don't think
episode. I've been enthralled in this show.
Here's
I love
what
the cinematography. I love the writing.
Cinematography is great.
Marty said,
I don't know about the writing. I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna say the writing's bad. Like, here's the thing. It's like it's definitely, like, to me it felt like a character study. And then like we get to this sort of this big moment for him. They shoot your boy in the first episode, Buck 20 or 10 or whatever. They shoot him in the first episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, they do like I feel like that's a big event that happens in the first episode. I just didn't. I didn't really feel like Kanan killed that kid. I feel like your boy did it. Like, even in the moment, I didn't feel like Kanan did it.
So fuck the show because Kanan might have not have killed the kid.
I didn't. No. I was just like
Because that tension between him and that girl is palpable now. You gotta keep lying to that girl.
Yeah.
When she find out the truth, it's gonna be some shit.
Oh yeah. I mean, bro. I don't know. I kind of need to go back because, like, now the show has my attention when it just had my curiosity up until this point. So I was like, I haven't been clocking everything. I haven't even watched like the episodes like more than once. But like in terms of her, like, she for sure knew she was fucking him over when she said what she said. Like,
when she
fucking him over.
When she dimed out the crack spot to Unique.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
There was no doubt. I mean, that's how I took it. I could be wrong. But I feel like there's no mistake.
I don't think that she was trying to fuck him over. Because remember, she tried to go, Kanan won't get hurt. Because the thing is, she actually, gotta take this in. She don't know Kanan in the game. She don't know Kanan in the game. Like, as far as where he at in it. That's why she's like, Kanan not gonna get hurt.
She knew she was ratting out the house, bro.
I know she did.
She knew she was ratting out the dope house.
But I think that's what she thought. She didn't.
Now, granted, yeah, maybe she didn't think she was gonna. She didn't think he was gonna die.
Not even die, dog.
But she fucking like.
But know what I'm saying is,
out the house, bro.
It's a difference between her knowing that that's his crack house, that's his dope spot, because he's making money off it, and that's part of his business, and he in the business, versus his mom in the business, and he over there kicking it. He just thinking she affecting business, but not her nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only caveat I'm giving. That's the difference, because she might not have said nothing if she would have known that he was in that game. Because you know what I mean? If she would have known he was in the game, she like might have been on because then you would even know, this is the competition. If I rat this out and I know Kanan in the game, there's nothing that you can say. Kanan will be in the line of danger at some point because he's in the fucking game. You know what I mean? She thinking he's like her. I live in the hood, but I'm not in the game.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody know his mama in the game. Because I think she even said it on one episode. Like, I think she really assumes that he's not into what his mom is into. And sorry,
you know
Mom.
what? Yeah, because like she does believe that nigga when he lies. So,
Yeah.
you know what? I don't know why I'm acting like she doesn't.
Believe his ass.
She doesn't believe him. Like, yeah, she does.
She believes.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, no, she does.
We just know as an audience that, you know what I mean?
No, the nigga lying.
That nigga line his ass up. And again, that's that 50 coming in. I'm telling you, dog. Like, somebody said this like a hood Wonder Years. I was like, that's what it feel like, a gangster Wonder Years. But I'm for it because I'm a fan of Wonder Years. Shit.
I'm for it, but I didn't know that's what I was like signing up for. I kind of thought nigga was gonna be a little rougher around the edges.
Rougher earlier.
Earlier, yeah. And I kind of wanted to see how that would maybe develop, but like they're actually taking a step further and taking it back. Like he's like, to me, like this is probably the kindest we're ever gonna see him again. You know what I mean? Like it only can get worse from here.
Of course.
But it's like this is their starting point versus, you know, a couple of miles down the road, which
because
is where
I think this is I
thought would be better.
I think this is a more fun starting point because like a lot of people like what Ghost in it. I'm like, bro, by the time we get the Ghost, like Ghost was his little nigga. So by the time we get to him having a little nigga, he is there. You know what I'm saying? That's not as fun because essentially we just seeing a younger 50 do the same thing we kind of saw him doing Power, just from a different directive. I think it's more fun to see how, like, it's the Walter White thing. How does this fucking mild-mannered fucking teacher become the biggest kingpin in the Southwest or what have you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I love watching those arcs of seeing typically good people become corrupt. There's like nothing more not nothing, but it's one of the most fascinating things to watch to me. So when I see that he's 15 and he's not the 50 that we know, while it makes you impatient, it excites me, dog. I'm like, because I'm now excited. Because the thing is, we like he says on the first episode, you know how it ends for me. We do know how it ends. So the only thing that's exciting is how do you go from this to that, and that's the fun part because there's so many ways at play. And like you said, even find out that big information in the last episode, you like, damn.
I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, yeah, no, that shit made me like sit up and like, okay, y'all definitely have me like looking forward to you know, Saturday morning when I'm half drunk, you know, coming down off of something, thinking like, goddamn, I want to see fucking, you know, I want to see Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, you know. I'm like, because I just like normally I'm just like, it's here, the episode's available, I'll watch, but like now I'm fucking curious as to where this shit's gonna go. I'm also a little upset that however I'm watching it, mind your business. There's no next week on, you know, or next, you know, look forward to next week. It's gonna be this. I wish I had that. That'd be dope.
I've got it.
Oh, you do?
It's
awesome.
cool.
Oh, okay.
What's
cool.
one thing
Is
that
the
you
next
do
episode really dope? Not really dope.
I
Is
mean,
next episode
I mean,
looking good?
They do misdirection, so it's like I get excited from it, but it's like it's never what it's
Kanan's
really
gonna
be.
get shot. No,
he's not. They're delivering a newspaper, literally. But what I was about to say was, you know, it's gonna end great. I've never seen a season of Power in any of these books or seasons that the finale didn't leave you being like, oh shit. No matter how much shit I talk all season. This last episode got me knowing I want to see the first episode of next season.
and you know what? I have the same blind faith that Starz apparently has, since it's, you know, the Power universe now. I mean, shit, they own. You know, them niggas is putting their feet on the table up in their offices, right? But I have all the same blind faith that Starz has in them. And I'm sort of, I have the faith that they're going to get there. But like I've just been saying, and like the fact that we're talking it out now, I'm starting to understand what it is. I am just flat out in an impatient mode. Like I want everything to just, you know, move so much faster. Like, you know, I want all the things, my thoughts and stuff just to get better and move faster. You know, I want everything just now, nigga, now. And like it's just kind of bleeding into this. I'm seeing it now, you know. But I need to sort of sit back and just sort of enjoy the ride. I mean, but whatever they did differently or whatever struck me or whatever connection they made, whatever, what have you, that got me there in this last episode, I'm cool with that. I mean, for me also too, like some shows sometimes need a little bit of legs to kind of, a little bit of breath for me to kind of get into them.
But
You
to
know
set
what I
the
mean?
table.
Yeah, right. But like, you know, I can't hold Power Book 2 to, I mean, I can't hold Power Book 3 to Power Book 2 standard.
I feel like this show is gonna. I don't know. Did you finish your thought?
I don't even remember what it was, bro. But maybe we can move on. Yeah.
But I was about to say, I think this movie, this series is gonna most likely end when he's in his early 20s. So in my mind, they're gonna most likely give us the season with Ghost as his last season when he like putting Ghost and Time in him on. I feel like that's him in his 20s and he's with him gangster. Cause that's the thing too. This kid is never gonna look exactly like 50 Cent. You know what I mean? So
True.
And a typical show doesn't go more than 5 or 6 seasons. So if we're saying he's 15 now, they're gonna do it for 5 or 6 years. That puts him at, you know what I mean, in his 20s. And I can see him put. Or they're gonna do some year skip because I feel like.
I mean, I don't think they'll wait to the last season. I feel because like nothing about them sort of moves at that kind of pace. Like if that's not something we end with this season, it's something we'll start with or end with next season. It's gonna be like he's gonna get introduced sooner than later, I believe.
Okay, if they introduce Ghost, it's gonna be like it's not gonna be season 2, bro. I don't think.
You don't think so?
Because he's too young.
Like, no, I agree.
You know what I mean? Like it's already been established in Power Lore that Ghost would like he put Ghost and Tommy on.
Right.
You feel me?
So he was already established.
He was established to some degree at that point.
Yes,
so
sir.
I mean, if we're watching him at 15, he ain't gonna be established by 16. You hear me? So that's why I'm thinking like most likely if I'm telling the story, I don't know how they gonna tell the story because I understand what you're saying about fanfare and people gonna want to see these other characters and et cetera, et cetera. I love the fact that we see the Truth Club before it's Truth and shit because the white girl owns Truth right now, but it's not Truth at the moment. So they're using that.
Oh shit, is that what that is?
That's totally Truth. That's totally Truth, dog. That's funny, right?
Oh shit.
So I like the homages they already paying, dog. But I think good storytelling dictates that if you decide to make this dude 15, and you already told us that he put Ghost and Tommy on when they were young, and I'm guessing that they was kids when they met him.
So he got to be on first.
He got to be better on like even if you told me Kanan met Ghost when Kanan was 18 and Ghost was like 13, you know what I mean? 18-year-old Kanan have to be way more established than what I'm seeing right now. You know what I'm saying? Even because like in my mind it was always like, you know what I mean? Like I said, because Ghost said he started when he was a kid, so Ghost had to be getting in the game at. Let's say we all give him Tyreek age, 14, 15, even though let's say 14, 15. Kanan got to have some years on both these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And the way Ghost be talking, it seemed like he was even younger than that getting into shit. So who knows? It's going to be curious to see how they get into it, dog. I just don't think they need to even introduce them cats until we get more Kanan.
Well, yeah, you know what, now that you make that point, I'm like, yeah, I guess that probably, I doubt it. I doubt that'll happen.
But what you're saying, I understand where you're coming from specifically because fans gonna want to see some shit.
Yeah. You know, well, the internet is like,
where's Ghost? Exactly. So you might introduce him earlier because that's what the fans want. I just don't think that serves your story.
I agree.
Next.
But, I you know, it's a, you know, like I was saying before, it's a show that definitely has my attention now. So
now, well, guys, go watch Raising Kanan, y'all. Y'all come to your own conclusions. We spoiled some of it, but there's still a lot that we haven't spoiled. You feel me? We didn't even specifically say what that big secret is that happened in the last episode. And we can leave it like we didn't say what it was.
We did not.
It's just an interesting thing because it's one of those things that you low key see coming, but don't want like because the thing is this. I saw it as a possibility. Like early on, but I didn't think they would pull that trigger because honestly, what we thought already, I like better for him, if that makes sense. I'd rather that be that man history, you know what I mean, than, this is really what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that situation was too easy. So I wasn't really into that, but
Okay.
it sets up a very interesting dynamic. I see why the dynamic is fire. It's just I didn't really agree, and it's not on me to agree or disagree. They still telling the story really well.
Yeah, I'm on board with like I don't dislike that really as a plot line, but I do agree with you that it was kind of cool for a little while, thinking that this was sort of the lineage and having the reality that was kind of also intriguing too. I mean, I definitely have to credit that for being one of the moments that was like, oh shit, I can't wait to see what happens next week.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because again,
Right.
that creates a very particular dynamic now that you can't unsee. Now he's like, oh, how does this play out? And the thing is, they're layering all these dynamics right now because there's a lot that Kanan like that, and that's ironic, dog. They kept getting told to Kanan all throughout the episode. There's a lot you don't know. There's a lot you don't know.
Yeah.
Jukebox told him that. His mama told him that. His uncle told him that. And then you find out something else that we didn't even know, and it's even more so that you don't know, Kanan. You feel me? When that kid finds out a lot of this shit, we gonna see where it goes.
Right. I mean, yeah. I am so impatient, but that's all it is, really. But yeah, I'm interested to see kind of where it goes. Like I said, I'm on board. I trust the team now, and it's like I don't know if they're. I don't know. I feel like now that they've added this weight to it, that maybe like things will sort of play out more interestingly now. Maybe I'll kind of have that tense.
So it wasn't
feeling
interesting
like I did
enough
before.
already. I understand, Marty. Fuck out of here. Anyway, moving on. Let's move on, bro. Let's move on.
I mean, somebody busts in and puts a gun to Kanan's head. You're like, oh shit! I wonder what's gonna happen to Kanan. I wonder if he's gonna make it out of this alive. Oh my god!
All right, I gotta give you that. I gotta give you that. But that's one tough thing when you're watching prequels, that you already have to give in to the conceit that anytime certain characters are in peril, for an absolute fact they will not die.
Yeah.
One thing that I be having to tell myself is, well, I don't know how fucked up they gonna get. I be having to give them that leeway of, well, I know you don't die, but you might get shot the fuck up.
Yeah.
You don't die, but you might get shamed. You know what I mean? There's all kind of storyline things that can happen to you that don't include death, because it's a conceit that you got to give to any prequel. You know what I mean? Any prequel you watch, you can easily be like, well, I know nigga don't die, so like, because I was joking. I don't know who I was watching it with, but I had that same moment. The dude put the gun to Kanan's head, and I'm gonna shoot him, like it's the time with the uncle and him and the dude put the gun. And I'm looking like, well, I know Kanan's not gonna get shot in the head.
Yeah, we know that's not gonna happen.
Like it's hard for y'all to create those type of stakes where we know when 50 Cent is literally narrating this. you know what I'm saying? Like, we know he's gonna grow up.
Yeah.
You hear me? So,
as relationships and stuff lives,
but
breathes.
again, you got to give him that. It's
You
got
to
it is what it is. It is what it is.
You're absolutely right.
Heels. I'm surprised you watch Heels, dog. I didn't expect for you to tell me that you caught that joint.
I was going to text it to you at some point. I don't know what stopped me, but and then I looked and I realized I hadn't. But
I can see the connection. It's starring Stephen Amell.
Oh yeah. Well, here's the thing. It stars Stephen Amell. Also, it's about like wrestling, and like you're still like kind of into wrestling.
Yeah, I'm still a wrestling
fan.
fan.
Watch, yeah. And it's like I can see myself like getting back into it, but it's just like I feel like I am so far behind. I am playing so much catch up that it's weird. It's like I'm a person, speaking to Heels, I'm a person who like I was so into wrestling. My mom would like, my mom would let me subscribe to magazines. She wouldn't let me do a lot of things. Couldn't listen to certain music, but I could always watch wrestling, no matter how vulgar or wild it got. I could always do wrestling. That was always safe. It's fine to enjoy this. Yeah. Magazines, everything. Read magazines for years. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to them. Offbeat shit like the underground shit. Where they start telling you about what it's like in the locker room at ECW and shit, right? Mm-hmm. Never once was I familiar with the term heel until I was like, oh man, dude, it's almost out of wrestling, almost had kind of stepped away from it really, but like to the fact that it's such a known term and I had never come across it, or at least it never clicked for me. was weird. But this show, starts off like, hey, for all you people who don't know, this is what a heel is.
In wrestling, the good guys are face, the bad guys are heel, and they start you with those terms. And like as a wrestling fan, I just love the fact that these wrestling shows are even happening. You know what I'm saying? Like The Rock show kind of delved some into wrestling.
Yeah.
For anybody that remember that Mickey Rourke shit, The Wrestler is an amazing movie, and they kind of delve into it because I feel like the art and the craft of professional wrestling don't get the respect that it should get because people get so harped on the fact that it's fake. And it's like, yo,
Can't use the F word.
Y'all watch theater, y'all watch TV shows, y'all watch reality shows, y'all watch movies, y'all watch Marvel, y'all watch Disney, y'all watch all these things that are obviously fiction. So why can't you understand that, yes, we know that pro wrestling is fiction. It's live theater. You hear me? With acrobatics, with storylines. It's like that's all it really is. It's a nigga watching a play that got fight choreography and we're enjoying the characters and the good versus evil, just like you enjoy any other TV show you watch. But for whatever, I always compare it to religion, like how some people, when they find out that some parts of the Bible have been changed, and they be like, fuck all religion, when it's like, well, there's still something good that you can find in it. You know what I mean? It seems like when you feel like you've been getting conned in any way, your first thought is to say, fuck it fully. And I think that first time when you find out that they tricked you, because you have your first reaction. Your knee-jerk reaction, since you feel played that they quote-unquote tricked you, now it's like you want to conserve your ego and just be like, no, it's stupid or fucking fully, or now look, that's just like, no, bro. Give into the fact that it's fiction, dog. It's cool. It's okay. Now
Some people want to troll, before the internet. I mean that too.
It's frustrating, son. And the thing is, these dudes do a hard job, dog. They put on this fucking circus of a show, 4 to 5 days a week. It's tolling on the body, even though, you're trying your best to make it as safe as possible because you have to do this show almost every fucking day and you're on the road. You're not seeing your family. You're fucking beating up your body. And like I said before, my nigga, like you are still experiencing pain. That shit, getting slammed on a wooden mat is not fun. Getting thrown off of things like, dog, these dudes be fucking themselves up only to be told to their face what you're doing is fake. I'll be like, yo, y'all need to put way more respect on these niggas' names, dog, because what they're doing is not easy. It's a multi-million-dollar industry on top of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's, some chump change bullshit, you dig? So I really love the fact that the series is happening at all. I had an audition for this as well, and I was so bucked up when I had that audition. But I knew I wasn't going to get it because I'm too, you be fucking with me talking about Max or CJ because I'm bigger than I was before. But I'm not wrestler big, you know what I mean? And I had an audition for that light-skinned nigga, that swole, the only black dude on the fucking show.
Oh, right.
No, they got the other black dude.
No, the big
big bald black dude. But I had auditioned for your dude part. And I like that actor anyway, so shit, I wasn't going to beat him out for that role regardless. But I was still excited to audition for a wrestling show because there's two things that I like, whether if it's a comic show or a wrestling show, that's my two nerddoms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I could be on a TV show of any regard, or a movie of any regard in those worlds, I'm amped, you dig? Yeah. So I've been knew the show was coming to say that.
Oh, word, okay. All right, so this is something where I don't know, Marty likes to, surf some back channels. And I see that stars...
Pause 1 second. And shouts out to my dude, Mike, what's his nigga wrestling name? Jay Spade. He's the body double for the black guy I was just talking about. That plays on the show. So like whenever he's doing some crazy acrobatics or some fire wrestling moves, that's my nigga I went to high school with because he's an actual professional wrestler and like sometimes he get called up to work with the big leagues, but he's part of a local spot here. He was the champion. My dude get in there. He's a really good wrestler, dog. So the fact that he was getting that stars money being the wrestler double, and that's my cat, my homie from New Orleans, went to Main. Shouts out to Jay Spade. But continue,
Word. Okay.
I was bucked up, and you know me, I'm an editor, so it's like my eye when I watch shit, I often can see like the cuts. I can see when you put a body double in. I can see sometimes I can see so many things that happens in the cuts that a lot of people don't see, and I pointed out to them. Did you see that person in the background, or did you see that thing? People like, damn, you fucked it up for me. So now that I know he's the body double, I be seeing him. I see it, Mike. I see, you just did that spinning thing. I see your face, nigga. Get that money, bro. What you saying about the conceit and such, like the behind the scenes channels?
Yeah. I went a couple back channels, but actually, what I wanted to say also too is that I came across a brief like Instagram plug for it, and it looked kind of interesting, but I didn't realize I was looking at Stephen Amell. And then I'm surfing my back channel, and he's a part of the thumbnail or the little, picture that represents it and everything. So
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, that was him in this? And then I'm like, okay, this is, about wrestling. I don't have anything else to watch. I'll give this shit a shot. And then it, like, kind of not really knowing where it was going to go made it hella intriguing. I was like, holy shit, is somebody going to get paralyzed by the end of this? Like, what the hell is going to happen?
Yeah. They built that tension.
Yeah, they really did. So I'm just kind of in a play. And then I'm like, I know Stephen Amell, of course. I feel like he was bigger at some point.
Yeah, he was.
And he was.
He definitely was.
I knew it. I was like, you got smaller, bro.
And less cut.
Yeah. Okay,
He's
I was
amazing
about
cut.
to. I was
No.
like, bro.
Dude,
I was like,
CW Steve
the
and
CW. Either they were playing with my eyes.
No. They
Or
weren't playing with
you
your eyes. No.
fucking shrunk.
You seen Daddy married, I got money Steve body, and it's like,
Oh,
and
my
luckily, and it's a good
God.
segue. The show is
Yes.
about this small little wrestling federation that's Stephen Amell, and we know him from Arrow with our nerdy asses, and I be joked
Yeah.
out every time he opens his mouth with his country ass accent.
I know.
I'm like, bitch, is not how you talk, but whatever. But he's the writer, he's the booker, and in wrestling, the book is the person that makes the matches, and that's the person who also writes the scripts.
Yeah.
Of this small federation. His dad died, and you find out how he died in the first episode in the most fucked up way that you find out how he died. But yeah, he's running the family business, and the irony is, like, in the wrestling federation, he's the champ and he's the bad guy. But in real life, he's like the good brother, and his younger brother is the most wild card, kind of like heel in real life, but he's the most popular good guy in the fucking federation. And
Right.
these two have issues with each other, some sibling rivalry, and you see how the whole family drama transpires over this wrestling company and a bunch of other things.
Yes.
And it's really cool watching. It's like you said, it's intriguing because I didn't know what the show was about, because the only thing I got was, when I got the audition, I knew it was about wrestling, and I just bucked up off of that. I didn't know about the family drama. And the only scene I got, the reason I knew it was that scene that he had with your boy. He said, you dropping the elbow, drop wrong, this is what you do. And that whole thing, him talking all that shit, that was the audition monologue. That was the audition scene. You feel me?
Okay.
So when he's saying that scene, I'm like, that's the scene. I remember that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Was it called the same thing when you auditioned for it?
I knew it's called Heels.
Oh, okay, word.
Yeah.
Word, okay.
So, yeah, son. So like you said, it was cool not knowing what I was getting into, and they give me all these the behind the scenes on how wrestling works, and like all these unique characters in this southern ass spot. Like, but I forget what you like. I wanted to introduce what the story is about off of something that you said about. I forget what you just was saying. You said
I was talking about how Stephen Amell used to be bigger. And
oh
now
yeah,
he's smaller.
yeah. But I think so you seen successful Stephen Amell right now. He's somebody's dad stuff. But like on Arrow, that man was in his 20s, bro. He was trying to keep that CW pretty boy energy. That nigga body was way more solid. But for what this show is about, he's in these little country pulled on wrestling federations. These niggas, like, I think that works to his character, because I think if he really wanted to be like that, I think he's purpose, because his brother looks that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, but I think it's purpose. I think it's really purposely done, bro. Because it's because
CW said you better come with the 6-pack, baby. You better put that.
I mean, he still has a 6-pack. It's just he's not as in
not-
much as
right,
shape.
I know,
But what
I
I'm
know,
saying is, even
I
as a
know.
wrestling fan, I'm noticing, like, there was a point in wrestling back in the day where niggas just like regular niggas wrestling. It was a certain era that Vince McMahon brought in where these niggas had to have the suits,
bodybuilder,
the bodybuilder look, and that was a Vince McMahon thing.
Right.
Even like the other wrestling federations, like the WCWs, the NWAs, all these other federations before Vince bought them all out. These niggas just like niggas. Everybody, like, some people have 6-packs, some people didn't. So I think that's the dichotomy that he also showing of. He represents the old school of it, where it's like he's just a guy representing, and while his brother represents that more polished, that's why he got the 6-pack and shit. Now it's like he's even might be getting scouted by the WWE, as they hint at without saying the WWE's name. Also, as a bad guy, you ain't gotta look perfect all the time.
Oh, also too, yeah. I'm joking and I'm having a great time with it, but I do want to state that I did believe that it was intentional.
Yeah.
Like sort of that particular look, because to me it's like he kind of has a Stone Cold Steve Austin kind of like physique to me. I mean, like maybe Stone Cold was like a little more cut at one point.
At one point he wasn't.
You know what I mean?
At one point he wasn't.
You know, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly,
right.
right. And I'm just like, that's kind of what he's giving me. And I'm just like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
it's not
you're
like
a wrestler who I believe, you know, maybe at some point in the day has a beard.
But bro,
you know what I'm
but
saying?
he's not out of shape by any means.
He's not out of, no, not at all. No.
He's not out of shape by any means.
Well,
though.
here's the thing, bro. I've never actually done it. I don't want to pretend like I have. But I know that to literally get in the ring and wrestle any kind of match, you've got to be in shape. Like, like no matter what. Like, you're in some kind of fucking shape, bro. There's no way you could do it.
The cardio involved with that by itself, like I said, put some respect on their names, dog. Like,
you gotta lift motherfuckers.
Lift motherfuckers, dog. Like, most people that have ever gone to, if you ever, like, you know, I'm a nerd about it. If you ever watch an interview of someone that goes to their first, like, wrestling training session or camp or whatever, they often talk about how it's way more difficult than they thought, how much it hurts the next fucking day, how much, like, dude,
you gotta train your body to take that shit.
Prime athletes from other, like, disciplines are coming to wrestling, like, from Olympics, from football, from all kinds of spots, and they be like, yo, I never experienced nothing like that before, because it's something completely different. And one thing about the industry is it's like magic, like magicians, how they keep certain things close to the vest. So there's a lot that we don't even know about the industry purposely. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And also too, it's like, I'm glad that there's a world where these two things can coexist. Like, the WWE can exist and the AWE.
Oh, AEW is this newer federation that's coming up, but dude, like, if you want to get back into wrestling, watch some AEW, because, you know, they're newer, so you ain't gonna feel as fucking behind.
Okay.
And they are catering more to, like, AEW's going, like, anybody that's, go watch some AEW, dog. Like they kicking WWE ass right now as far as entertaining show.
You know how I, like, okay, so actually with both of you, I was gonna say, I was with Raheem one night and he threw some stuff on, and I was like, I don't even know what the fuck this is, but I'm into it. This big motherfucker just slapping the shit out of this little nigga. I'm like, this is fucking violent, bro. He's like, yeah, this is one of the fucking violent ones. He's just gonna beat the shit out of him for 20 more minutes. And I'm like, you proceeded to slap the shit out of this dude for 20 fucking minutes. And I mean, like, literally, like that shit. Fuck, bro.
You can't fake it.
Yeah, he wasn't faking that shit.
Yeah, you can't fake certain shit.
Man,
but like, you find your flavor, because that's the thing. There's a lot of federations.
I feel like I'd be like the granny in the room though. Like, I even like I was watching. I was over here one day when it was like, was it WrestleMania? Some pay-per-view thing was happening, and y'all were watching, and I felt like the granny in the room, like, so whatchamacallit is still wrestling? So so-and-so is still da-da-da.
But
And everybody's
always,
like, yeah.
But that's how it's always going to be when you're getting back into anything.
Yeah,
like, if you actually commit to, like, a TV show and start watching the bitch every week, you're going to find your groove. You hear me? Because that's the thing with me in wrestling, too. Like, there's times where I just take months off. I mean, at one point I took years off. You know what I mean? Where it's like I might get caught up in other shit and I'm just not watching it, and I just get pulled back in. And it's very easy to get into because it's like it's a soap opera. So again, commit. Like, but the thing is, there's so much wrestling now. Like, on Monday it's WWE Raw. On Tuesday it's WWE NXT, which is their
Right, it's like the kids on the come up, right?
People about to get the push. NXT is their best show.
Really?
It's crazy.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
It's so crazy how, like, W has 3 shows: SmackDown, Raw, and NXT. NXT is their minor league, and so often NXT is better than Raw and SmackDown. It's crazy. And even still, they'll pluck up the wrestlers from the minor league, and Triple H, he runs it. Triple H and Shawn Michaels runs NXT. So,
word, okay.
Yeah, so they keep, and they still figure out a way to, like, they got better characters, they have better matches. NXT's fucking amazing, you feel me? Okay. SmackDown come on Friday. Now, SmackDown's been really good, too. I come on Fox every Friday, you know what I'm saying? And that's cool. But once again, W is its own world, but AEW is coming up, and, like, they don't have the rules or the routine, because that's one thing about WWE. I like WWE, son, but once you start watching it, you start seeing their formulas. And you get cool with it, and sometimes they break the formula, which can be fun, but you see their formulas. AEW's so new, you don't know what they're going to do half the time, and that's what makes it fun, because they'll take a wrestling formula and turn it on its head. They do a lot of shit more. They wink at the camera more. They take more of the things that you think is a trope and call the trope out. It just feels like a modern evolution of where wrestling's supposed to go, because you gotta really take in WWE is still run by Vince McMahon, who has trouble at times evolving. The man like 80, you know what I'm saying? While this company is run by this dude Tony Khan, like he comes from this billionaire family. He's like in his 30s or 40s. He grew up a wrestling fucking fan, and his dad gave him some money and said, "Do what you want." He linked up with these very popular independent wrestlers, as well as Cody Rhodes, who got ostracized from WWE, and everybody felt like he got dealt a bad hand. So fans is already on all these wrestlers' sides that's joining with this billionaire to start this company. So it has all these fervor, and there's a lot of fans that are tired of the formula of WWE, as well as how WWE be fucking over some of their people. So they already got people ready for something new, and they start this new thing, and it happens to be great. Once again, TNT gave them like a 5-year deal or some crazy shit. So like,
like y'all got on the network. Y'all like the new WCW.
Bro, they are definitely new WCW, because they also just debuted a second show. Now they have 2 shows. They have a show on Friday now as well called AEW Rampage, as well as the flagship show come on Wednesday. Right now, like wrestling comes on every day because there's these other minor companies like Impact, like Ring of Honor, like Major League Wrestling, like NWA. There's other dude. In the wrestling world right now, there's so much wrestling for a fan, it's insane. But I still tell a nigga, just watch WWE and AEW just to start. Like, that's the simplest shit.
You know what I'm an old man. You know what I get the most kick out of is like going back and like those documentaries and the Beyond the Mat. I mean, some of those are real sad though. But
so have you watched Vice? They do this great show. It's not Beyond the Mat. It's something like Beyond the Mat.
I forget, Legends or something like that. Is that what it is?
Fuck. Man, it's so great. But it's about some of the saddest stories of wrestling, but they do such a good job at this show. Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. I'm sorry. That's the one I meant to say.
Because I think it just was on Hulu or Netflix recently, and I was like, oh, they didn't put this bitch on one of the...
Yeah, I saw it. I was... It was on YouTube too. They used to
the full episodes on YouTube. Definitely.
Yeah, and those get fucking sad.
And
bro.
again, I invite people to watch them because it gives you another look into that world, that industry. A lot of shit be happening in that industry, and people just be thinking it's some like,
yeah, man,
bullshit.
Yeah, when you get to like, cause it's like, I remember like feeling like how I felt as a kid, and just sort of like the impact and how you viewed them, cause like. I don't know, to a certain extent, or to a certain age, I should say, I was buying into all of it. You know what I mean? So it's like how you kind of see them, and then those parts, and then it's like you get to become an adult, and you get to go like watch what it was like for them in those times and moments where you were like a kid, like
and but like was really some real deal
shit, boy. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking, it's not cool.
Yeah, no, yeah,
it's not cool.
But that same shit happens when you find out what happened with these child stars, or like behind the scenes of Family Matters, or like that. It's just the true Hollywood stories. Be some shit when you find out the true Hollywood story.
Yeah, it's like just show business.
Business, yeah.
Fuck, boy, cause like
nasty bitch.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't. Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like going into that, but yeah, I love that show. But I do enjoy also the WWE, just to kind of wrap it up, I guess, of the documentary thing. I do like the WWE ones to a certain extent because they're kind of sometimes they get dirty and sometimes they just get a little muddy. But they're fun too to relive the moments, like especially the Undertaker one, man.
Yeah.
I really dug that. I didn't understand how much of a fucking fan I was and how long I had been like really kind of like following it, and it was just like having that, I don't know, like just reminder of everything kind of always makes me want to jump back in. And then this show pops up. And I'm like, it pops up on my radar because I'm surfing back channels and pops up. And I don't know. I dig it, man. I only really recognize 2 actors from this. Stephen Amell, which, is dope. I love everybody. Everybody else is dope. Don't want to, not to say that everybody isn't amazing. Everyone's amazing in the cast. But I really liked, I always call him Bud Dearborn from True Blood. But I liked him coming in as like this fucking, cross somewhere between Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan. Because he's dressed like
wrestler.
Yeah, he's dressed like Randy a little bit, but he's coming in talking about a sex tape that was found, that got leaked or whatever,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I gotta give it to her.
Yeah, but the thing is, he represents the old successful wrestler, and he's coming in town because everybody's looking at Stephen Amell's younger brother. You don't recognize his younger brother? See, I recognized him.
Shit.
I
No, I
can't
don't.
think
Where?
of that actor's name. He's fucking huge. But
I just-
he
oh, yeah, I
reminded
see he was a wrestler.
He
Whoa.
reminded me of Eric Northman on the slick from you say True Blood. He reminded me of what's
He
his-
does.
What's the actor's name?
Skarsgård. Something.
Yeah, Skarsgård.
Alex
Yeah, Alexander Skarsgård. But
Yeah.
this guy, he was in the last Bad Boys playing the nerd.
He was?
Yeah, man, and
Holy
he's in a lot of
shit.
other shit. I'm about to be in a movie with him, funny enough, but I wasn't in any scenes with him. But what's his actor's name?
Yeah, I got to know.
His name is Alexander Ludwig. Alexander Ludwig. That's the guy, right?
Oh yeah, he does. That does sound familiar. Wait, click on movies and TV.
Movies and TV shows of
Let's
Alexander
see.
Ludwig. He's been in Hunger Games.
Okay, should have
Vikings.
seen him in
One of
that.
the lead characters on Vikings.
Should have seen him in.
He's in Heels right now. Grown
Should have
Up.
seen him in Grown
The
Ups.
Seeker, Survivor, Conjuring. I don't watch that.
Should have seen him in The Conjuring.
Sandlot.
Don't remember him.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of shit apparently.
Yeah,
I know.
I feel like I have seen him multiple times.
Yeah. I know he's known.
Alright.
I know he's known for Vikings and Hunger Games. I remember
Okay.
him on Bad Boys as that big ass nerd. Remember he was on the computer on Bad Boys. He was a dude on the computer.
I do.
And
I
then
don't remember his face.
Then he wigs
Yes.
the fuck out at the end of the movie and starts like fucking
Killing
niggas up.
everybody.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
I
him.
remember him.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn. Okay.
And he's like, cause the thing is, I got this movie coming out in the fall called Night Teeth. And I'm saying I got this movie. I'm in this movie. I got like 2 scenes in it. It's not like main character and shit. But I've been keeping up with like, cause it was been supposed to come out, but keep getting pushed back.
Right.
And at one point they added him to the cast.
Okay.
But I was thinking like, I wonder who he is, cause I remember reading the script and I remember, so I've been like curious as to like, and they added him to the cast like way after it had already been shooting, as if like it's some new character they created for him. So I was tripped out like, oh, that's the dude from Bad Boys 3 about to be in the movie too. So when I saw him on Heels, I was like, oh, it's old boy again, playing a completely different character, dog, because he's swagging his role. Like,
Oh yeah, man. I love the dynamic of like that's what really kind of drew me in too, and not really knowing where it was gonna go. Like he I don't know. I guess it's really on the nose that he plays the face, you know, in the ring, but like outside of the ring, he's really like a real life heel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's too on the nose or not, but like for me, it really played really well because like I was kind of interested to see how far he would really go, and to not only like piss on this young lady, like you really get an idea of the like just where his soul is when he like has this moment in the grocery store where not only does he fucking, because he's so in the wrong really to begin with, but not only does he like hurt this poor girl's like feelings, which you know is really kind of sad, but he also shits on the memory of his dad, which I thought was kind of odd because up until the point where you know he has this
he on
really,
drugs at that point too. Remember
He's on drugs at that
He took
point?
that oxy because remember your boy, the fake Randy Cole.
Did he take it? I thought he just took it with him. He actually took it?
He took it because that's when he
Okay.
started fucking tripping.
All
Because
right,
because one thing, Wes, you talk about how it's on the nose. I love the fact that they're both. You can see how they both can be the heel and they both can be the face. Like I think they
fair
introduced
enough.
that character as he plays the face on in the ring, but in real life he's a heel, and vice versa for Stephen Amell. But as the show goes on, even though he did do that fucked up thing to that lady in the thing, you start kind of seeing like where he coming from. You like he really is just frustrated and he trying to be bigger than he is. He feel like his big brother's holding him back. And like they got this one scene where like him and Stephen Amell going at it, and Stephen Amell is basically saying, "You a fuck off." He's like, "Bro, I be wanting more responsibility, but you want to do everything."
Right.
And you know what I mean? So that's one of those things of like when he
You
said
believe
that,
you know
like,
everything is right. Which
Yeah,
is
you
true.
be
He's
like-
flawed too, right?
That's what I'm saying. They're
absolutely.
both flawed, and they both
Yeah.
have points in their fight, in their perspective, and that's one thing
Agreed.
that I like that they gave them, because if you can easily be like, he's wrong, he's right. But as you watch the episodes, you like, wait, Steve, you got some shit with you too. You
Oh,
feel
yeah,
me?
bro,
And then
you
as you
real
watch
possessive.
the other one, Alexander's character, you like, but you know what? You fucked up, but I kind of see where you coming from, though, dog. Like, so it's great how by the end, especially by the end of the episode, they're both in the gray. They're both in the grave by the end of the episode. You feel me?
Yeah.
Stephen, the male character, put some fuck shit on his little brother.
Yeah.
But you still understood why. It's so fucked, like, the whole situation.
I mean, you understood. Yeah, you understood why. Does it make it any better at all?
This is when my wrestling brain kick in. It's
okay, tell me, bro.
Okay, so
like,
he screwed so
it's kind of fucked up either way.
He fucked over his brother.
Yeah.
He fucked over his brother. He fucked over the crowd too because he didn't give them a match.
Yes.
And there was this big hype and all this, and he still kept the belt. But the funny thing about this is this. He might have made his company more popular. We're going to see how that turns out. Because, hear me out, dog. I've been a wrestling fan for a while. I've seen a lot of fuck shit happen. I've seen a lot of fuck shit like that happen before.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, that don't happen often, but sometimes you'll get a little fuck finish or whatever, and they're doing that to make you even angrier at the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, they may go the way of, oh, now the company's in the pits because people don't trust us anymore. They ain't fucking with you. Or they could go of, we're selling out because they want to see the next show to see where we go next. You know what I'm saying? So that's the two ways they can go about how they play it. I don't know which way they're going to go. You hear me?
I'm looking forward to old girl getting more of a role in it. Like, I mean, clearly she's got her eye on being like the first female wrestler.
Yeah.
She's clearly got her eye set on being a wrestler.
Because they gave us too much of her knowing some shit.
Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's going to get to the point where it's like, they got to give her something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I can't wait till we get to that point. But, of course, there's going to be so much fucking resistance, just total resistance.
Yeah, she's going to have a hill to climb.
Yeah.
And since there's no other woman for her to wrestle, they might have to go the intergender route. And most likely, I can see a storyline happening with with her and maybe one of the wrestlers that's not getting that much time or attention, build some kind of bond, and they work out a little match routine, and then, they ain't feeling it, but they really see how good she is. There's ways they can go with her that's going to be very interesting because, again, they highlighted certain people and their flaws and their interests and their intentions for a reason.
Yeah, and I feel like she could... I don't know. I don't feel like that'll be too much of a problem. But maybe it will be. Who knows? I mean, since she was the brother's valet, now she can be a male's valet.
I mean, I was
storyline.
At a point, I was so scared. I was like, please don't introduce that like younger brother fuck this man wife at a point. Because she was singing in the choir. Then they show him walk in, and I was like, because in story, if she looks at him, if she looks at the brother weird in any way, if the brother looks at her weird in any way in this scene, there's a secret. And I was so happy that he just walked in. And it was nothing. I was like, good. Because what's funny
I was about to say, I didn't catch any of that. I was
nothing.
Like,
because I remember I was watching, I was doing something else at a point. I don't know what I was doing. And I remember I saw her singing and I looked away. And then I heard him saying, like, yeah, such and such sang great. And I had to, please don't tell me you got something going on. I don't want this to go this way. So I had to go rewind it and watch. And I'm watching. I saw the scene of him walk in. I was like, if he looks at her, I'm waiting for the moment. If he looks at her in any weird way, he fucked her. And he didn't. He just walked in and sat down. This moment was really about the relationship with the kid or whatever, like his nephew.
Right,
and I was like,
okay,
good.
Yeah.
Because I don't want that. The brothers already got enough shit going on. I don't need I don't need that triangle. But it would be a different kind of triangle if she became a male's valet, because that might make his wife jealous in a different kind of manner.
Right.
And it might piss off Alexander's character, Ace, I think his name is, right?
Yeah, Ace.
It's Ace and Jack.
Ace Spade and Jack.
And Jack Spade.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Spade. Oh, so that's funny. My dude was Jay Spade. That's his actual wrestler name. They never said the black guy's name though. I don't remember his name. The one he dubbed was a light skinned black guy. The actor's real name is something that begins with an M, like Mel something. I've seen him in a couple of things. But
I thought it was funny how they well, no, doesn't he have a fro in the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he has a fro actually, so that's kind of
yeah. He I know because he's wearing that do rag at the beginning. That's what it is. That's why I don't remember it in the beginning. But yeah, then you look at his poster when he comes back, and I was like, it's That's funny. And then old boy plays the
Alan Maldonado is the actor's name. He's playing a character named Rooster Robbins. Yep, that's what. Yep, Rooster Robbins.
Rooster Robbins.
Whoa, CM Punk will be on this show. That's gonna be interesting.
Oh yeah, all right. I mean, and also too, yeah, it seemed like the WWE is a real thing in this world.
But they're not acknowledging them. They're calling them up north. They never said the name. You just
did they not?
They never said the name.
I thought they said something's not like WWE or whatever. No. Nobody ever said anything like that?
Wait. Maybe someone did. I know for a specific fact at one point he said he used to watch his dad dissect WCW matches. I remember he said WCW outright. Now, I don't remember them saying the WWE outright, because I remember you saying that the scouts are coming from up north, and typically whenever anyone says that, they're talking about the WWE.
Right, okay.
But I can't hold you, dog. They might have name dropped them, and I forget. I don't know.
Yeah.
I specifically remember the WCW name drop. And I was laughing in my head like, oh, they can say WCW and they can't say WWE. What's going on?
Right. But okay, fair enough.
We'll see. I got to watch it again just in case.
Okay.
But I still highly recommend the show. I'm very, you talk about intrigued.
Yeah, most definitely.
I'm very, especially how it ended, I'm very intrigued where it's going to go. I have a natural wrestling bias. But right. You know what I mean? That is not the wrestling show that I would have made, though. I wouldn't have gone to, pulled on fucking white trash. You know what I mean? No offense, not saying white trash is not for me to say, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? I
understand.
That wouldn't have been the rest of the story I would have told. But I see, because at one point when they went to church, I was like, bro, some of these people I feel like say nigga in the off time. But they made sure they have black people in the church and stuff too. So I was like, okay, you're in Georgia, you're trying to make it seem more I saw the church was multicultural. So they're not trying to make it as.
They'll give the impression of.
But I just think something about seeing country white people just make me feel like racism. Like there's a KKK rally not far behind. That's just my own projections.
I think if it gets too boring, I don't. You know what?
Don't bring racism in this show, guys. Please don't. Even though it's right there. It's there. I ain't saying shit. Anyway, because wrestling already has an element of racism that exists. We'll talk about wherever it goes.
I feel like it's it's gonna come up at some point.
It's wormhole.
Let's just talk about it when it comes up.
Yeah, watch Heels, y'all. It's on Stars. It's also on Stars.
Yes.
Last up, we only got time for one more thing. I just want to touch on Titans. Why does season 3 feel like an entirely different show?
Oh, you feel that way as well. I needed to watch the recap just to sort of familiarize myself, because I thought it was just me. I was like, I really don't remember maybe this did happen and I'm just kind of look foggy on it, but Starfire, sorry.
Hi Marty
is here. He's here. I'm sorry. I thought Starfire, I don't remember Starfire having this relationship with the therapist, but then again, it might have been something I missed or forgotten in the first 2 seasons.
There was in season 2. She had a one night stand with this black dude. That's
what now?
Yeah, remember that one night stand? She had to kick him out. Because I remember this nigga because he was abnormally cut. You know what I mean? I'm in my gym mode, so I'm looking at everybody's physique. And and I'm an actor too. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, this man is. I be feeling like I'm getting nice, and then I see a nigga like that, and I'm like, okay, I'm not eating.
Show off.
Nigga, I was like, this dude cut as fuck. So no, I remember that dude. Because when they brought him back, I was like, oh, they brought the cut man back. They giving him a real character. Look at you, black man. Get your money.
Okay, fair enough. But no, I just kind of forgot that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually forgot that Donna had died, but it quickly came back to me. But I watched the recap, and then I continued the first episode, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, cool. All of this stuff is, I don't know. For me, the show felt a little different.
It felt a lot different for me.
Fair enough.
We got a smiling Dick Grayson, and that's one of the things that I was happy about. Even though tragedy struck real fast and he wasn't smiling no more.
Right.
But even opening, seeing the teamwork, I felt like this is the show that we were promised in season 3 now. Because the first 2 seasons were clunky, dog. They had really great moments. They had really confusing moments. The first 2 seasons were clunky. But that first episode of season 1, I'm like, this is a Titan show. We watch them in conjunction. Dick Grayson is like in the comics, dog. Dick Grayson is known as like the light of the DC universe. You know what I'm saying? Like recently, I was reading a comic book, and man, his recent comic book, he came up with this idea. Like first and foremost, Superman gave him his name because Nightwing comes from this ancient hero on Krypton, and Superman fuck with like Dick Grayson like that, you feel me? He even recently was like, man, I gotta step away for a minute, but my son John, who's like about to be the new Superman, he gonna need some guidance. Can you look out for my son? That's who Dick Grayson is. Like everybody like, wow, Batman is the dark. Dick Grayson is like the most optimistic. Is like that's one of the, like Batman often say the greatest thing that he was able to keep within Dick Grayson is the fact that he's like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. The Titan series never showed me that guy. You know what I mean? The Titan series showed me a very dejected, you know what I mean, melancholy cat. And I'm like, no, you're supposed to be the light, my nigga. You got the great leadership, but can you smile once? So seeing him actually crack a smile made me go, whoa, this is different. Thank you.
Word. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think Dick Grayson they always kind of, I don't know, he always worked for me in this show.
Him as a character within the confines and context of how they're telling their story, work for their story. Right. Me as a Dick Grayson fan wasn't seeing my Dick Grayson.
Oh, word.
In this
iteration. Yeah, I feel you.
Oh, well, not the fullness, because I would see, the leader. I would see certain parts, but again, can I get a smile? My nigga be smiling, bro. He cracked jokes. You know what I mean? Like, can I get a joke? You know what I mean? It's like seeing Tobey Maguire just be Spider-Man 2, and I didn't get no cracks, no jokes, and a lot of people love Tobey Maguire, but you be missing it's the same situation almost. It's like, dog, Peter, like Spider-Man cracked jokes, Peter Parker's a nerd. It's the same thing with Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson gotta have some charm, gotta have some little and that guy didn't give me none of that in first 2 seasons.
I'm sorry, you got me thinking about Peter Parker. I'm like, that man was tired.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
I'm like, he joked, nigga, but that man was tired.
Tobey Maguire. They saw
that
Tobey Maguire could not pull off the humor in episode and could not pull off the humor in motherfucking the first Spider-Man. So they never gave him any more. More jokes. That shit fell flat. That nigga jokes fell flat when he was trying to crack him in Spider-Man 1. They was like, no more.
I enjoyed him, quiet mommy and daddy are talking. I enjoyed him. Anyway, what were we talking about? I just wanted to defend Tobey Maguire.
Just Titan season 3.
How does that happen? Titan
season 3 just feeling like a better show, even though they rushed the whole Red Hood saga.
Oh my God. I was okay with Jason Todd before he became the Red Hood. And then they make him the Red Hood, and I'm like, okay, in the Red Hood garb or whatever, if I didn't know who's under it, maybe this would be kind of, interesting, but I already know who's under it.
I think that's why they rushed it, because most people that's watching Titans
kind of
already know that Jason Todd becomes a Red Hood, so why even try it? Because, come on, the video game, like, there's so many things that, have outed that, so I think that's why I just accepted that, okay, we just getting through this quick, that's fine, but it was a total rush job. But yeah, I felt like it worked within how they tell their story again.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, okay. All right. When you put it like that.
it's just I feel like
you make it hard to argue.
This kid works great for Jason Todd, but by the time Jason Todd becomes Red Hood, he's more grown up.
Yeah.
And that's what takes me away from it. It's like, this kid don't work for me as Red Hood. Like, no.
I'm just like, yeah.
He's doing his best, and he got swag. Don't get twisted. But the impulsive Jason Todd is supposed to be grown by the time you become Red Hood, because there's a certain menace that comes from that kid becoming an adult. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he's not an adult yet. He don't even present that way yet. Once with the mask, you look like a motherfucker. But once that mask come off, I feel like I could take you.
I'm like, ugh.
I could take you, bro.
Oh God, somebody please get him another mask.
Right, put it on. Put the mask on. I don't think Jason Todd sucks.
I don't think he. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, that was a little. I didn't mean that.
He's Jason Todd.
He's Jason Todd. Right. That's what it is. He's Jason Todd, and I need Red Hood, and unfortunately, they're two different people. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and it's sort of, and then we're playing this like game of I'm still Jason. Hey, come talk to me.
That was all the setup. You bought that?
It was. I mean, yeah, it was a setup. Oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that was a con.
Yeah, that wasn't like.
But my thing is, how do like right now he's the villain of the show, but we all know like Red Hood at some point becomes anti-hero.
Right.
You know what I mean? After all this murdering, dog.
Does he like? I don't remember him like. I don't know. I've only seen the cartoon. I haven't read the comics. I don't want to make it seem like I have. But I was only familiar with him like killing bad guys.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember him like killing.
Innocents like that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
How do you come back from that?
Right, yeah, to me.
That's
but
my
then
thing.
I mean, Fast and Furious is able to do it every year, so I mean,
you right.
You know what? I know, yeah,
No, you're right.
But it's yeah, but yeah, I just that's such a sore spot for me. Is that Jason? Whatever. Jason, we've said I've said that a couple times.
I like what they're doing with Bruce as much as I hate that actor as Bruce.
Oh wow! He didn't bother me as much this season. I do remember
because I like what they're doing with him, like whole way he's taking the death, like the way they're writing Bruce Wayne right now on the show works. Like I like this character, like I like this way of like, damn, he doesn't like, because that's the thing, to be Batman, you're traumatized, bro, to keep putting on that cowl and such. So the fact of course, him and his adult takes death like that. You know what I mean? Like it kind of made a lot of sense that he don't even deal with it. You know what I mean? He just throw it away next thing, because dealing with it opens up all these other doors, and he has to be Batman to even function. You know what I mean? Like I like that dynamic, them exploring it, not having him, spoiler alert, murder the Joker and then go on a run. Okay, he all just went left, but.
Yeah, right.
I like the psychology of how he dealt with death, and
take care of the Gotham, be a better Batman, you bastard. What?
And that's a nod to like a few things. They had this one comic book storyline where Bruce Wayne was accused of murder and he got off, but like that's a shout out to that storyline. There's another storyline where Bruce gets taken out and Dick is Batman for some time. You know what I'm saying?
Like Bruce gets taken out, like dies, like somebody kills him.
Well, there's a few things. There's one time where Bruce gets broken and someone else to be Batman. But another time where, like, yeah, he is killed, but he's not killed. He's sent to some other dimension, but people think he did.
Okay.
Like, yeah, Darkseid shoots him with his shit, and, like, it was some shit, and Bruce Wayne got sent, like, it's some weird story. Like, Bruce Wayne got sent to, like, the beginnings of time or some weird shit. It's crazy. But while he's going on this quest to try to get back to the regular time, Dick Grayson's Batman. And there's a really interesting run with Dick Grayson's Batman, and his Robin is Damian, Bruce's son. So it's the Dick Grayson-Damian dynamic as Batman and Robin, and that shit interesting as fuck, because, again, Damian is more like his dad, and Dick isn't. You know what I mean? And he's Batman. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, if anybody could ever catch that comic series of Batman and Robin when Dick Grayson was Batman, it was really cool. But that was a nod to you be a better Batman. For a second, I was like, they gonna let him Batman on the show? Because that was a comic thing. He wore the suit. Like, he wasn't Nightwing. He was Batman.
Oh, this sort of seems like the show, too, that would, like, try that sort of thing in these moments, too. I'm like,
yeah, but
it feels like they're
keeping him Nightwing. I feel like it's a Titan show. They're not going to let him put on the suit. You feel me? They're going to keep him Nightwing. But it's still, that's a nod to those comics. Yeah, that's all it really was. Right. But as much as it's still low, like they tell their story kind of slick slide sloppily, I still have been digging this season so much more than the first two seasons. And just remind me, I gotta go back and watch Doom Patrol, because everybody says it's a superior show, but I didn't finish it.
Yes. Oh man, yeah. Because I forgot they got canceled because of, not canceled, they got cut short because of COVID, but yeah, they were really, oh man, they were on a nice little fucking roll in that second
coming
season,
back?
bro. Yeah, it'll be back, but unfortunately, which, I don't know, it'll just be one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, they'll have to wrap that little piece up, at the beginning when they get back, and then, we'll jump into the real thing. But yeah, it's a Yeah. It's a superior show. I'm trying to find another way of saying it, but it's like, no, that's what it is. That's what it is.
I'll get caught up on Doomsday Patrol very soon. Check out Titans, guys. Like I've been telling people, just start on season 3. Make that your first season. You could be cool. You'll be all right. I'm glad, and it was cool of them to drop 3 episodes at once.
Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, and I feel like that's kind of HBO Max's model. That's kind of what they're doing with a lot of shows. I'm watching like F-Boy Island on and off. It's kudos to that. I wanted to actually talk about that, but anyway,
we got you next
episode, yeah, because it's amazing. But yeah, that seems like the model that they're sort of going with now, which I think is kind of dope. I don't know if it's something that they're going to stick with, but it seems like sort of a thing that's kind of happening across the board. So
yeah,
I'm hoping that they keep that up. This show kind of had me like, I don't really give a fuck. Until like there were true, real kind of consequences in that final episode. So after that, I'm like, I hope I get 3 more episodes because I'm into this now. You've got my attention once again. And I think they knew to give me 3 episodes because like it worked perfect for me because like that's where they
Oh wait, you just reminded me. I didn't finish the 3rd episode.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, I got up until I forgot I was supposed to finish it, so I have more to watch. I got up until, Hawk has been kidnapped by Jason. And I didn't see how the ep ended.
Oh, shit. I'm just talking then.
No,
Sorry.
You didn't spoil anything.
Oh, I didn't? Great.
No, you didn't spoil anything.
Good.
But you just reminded me that, or if you did, I didn't catch it. But, like,
awesome.
You just reminded me I got to finish watching the 3rd episode.
Oh, okay. I didn't okay. Alrighty.
Yeah, man. But still, go watch Titans, y'all. Go catch it.
Yeah, definitely go watch it.
It's definitely worth the watch. Next time we run it, because we forgot one of the main things we were supposed to talk about, and we didn't even realize it. We didn't even realize we didn't talk about this.
Oh, you know what? I didn't ask you about this one, but
we didn't talk about it beforehand. But Suicide Squad.
Oh,
we did not talk about fucking Suicide Squad.
That and bro, did you ever watch?
Don't say White Lotus because everybody asking about White Lotus. I haven't watched White Lotus.
Yeah, no, I haven't either. But I'm going to.
That fucking thing
I know.
okay.
I haven't watched that. No.
Okay, cool.
Blindspotting.
No, but I've personally been wanting to watch Blindspotting because the movie's fucking amazing. It's one of my favorite fucking movies. So when I saw that they was making a series off the movie, I'm like, y'all can't. It's got to be great. It's gonna be great.
Somehow,
then one of my niggas
under my radar.
I knew about it. I knew about it. I've been not watching it purposely like an idiot because I'm like, I'm gonna get to it. And then one of my partners just said he stumbled across. He said, "You ever heard of Blindspotting?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro, I have." He's like, "I just watched the show random. That's just great." And I was like, "You never seen the movies? Like, there's a movie." I'm like, "Go watch the movie, bro." But I'm gonna watch the show now. Okay, we're gonna switch. So the show hitting like that.
I like the show. That's the conclusion I come to. It's a comedy. Like, I don't know. I know you're gonna. I know. I hear you saying that the movie was a comedy too.
But the movie got serious too, so.
But yeah, like the movie killed a man in the first 15 minutes.
The show is just in the world of it.
Yeah, and when I tell you, it's like okay, I'm sorry. It has that, I don't want to call it Lin-Manuel Miranda like feel to it, but it's like they've created this little world, and it's like it's very comedic, and it's like, but these are real fucking consequences, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if we all realize it here, and it's like they get, and it's like it gets really, really comedic, and then it gets really, really serious, and then it gets very, very comedic, and then we jump into this little happy bubble, and you're like, that made me feel good. All right. And then, it's like, oh man, it is so wild. But the because it's so that. Yeah. It's all over the place for me. But the conclusion I came to is, I love that.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
I think you're gonna dig it too.
Like the things I have not been watching, I've been meaning to watch are Blindspotting series. I have not started the season of The Shy yet, and
oh, you haven't?
Mm-mm. And I haven't started the most recent season of All American. Like, I've been wanting to get those 3 in me.
Okay, you're a fan of All American. I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes. Good. Yeah, okay.
Now,
all
fans for whatever reason ain't liking this most recent season from what it's seeming like, but Yeah, but like they got like a lot of shows I gotta get caught up on and whatnot. I started getting back up on my CW shit. I started watching some of the Black Lightning.
Oh, cool.
I started getting the Flash again this season. It's not my favorite.
Okay, see, that's why I was waiting.
It ended strong. Flash ended strong though. It had a good ending, but it was tough.
Always have a good
It was tough
ending.
because the things had multiple arcs this season.
Yeah.
They had multiple arcs, and like the first arc was them tidying up last season because of COVID, and
which I kind of saw that,
and that made you feel like I'm ready to get to the new shit. Then the second arc was just weird, but then the third arc was like back in form of like, yes, yo, this is what I want from the Flash. You know what I'm saying? Yes, give me more. And
is Polka Dot Man showing up after they clean up the last piece of last season?
Polka Dot Man. You think about Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
That's my partner gonna come inside.
What's up, bros?
Yeah,
good,
man.
bro?
We still record for a second. But Polka Dot Man.
Oh, well, how far into it are you?
A whole shit.
I wasn't trying to fuck up, bro.
I'll be that drool. But what I was saying, what was the last thing? Flash. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, you know, it had
sorry.
a really strong ending arc and such, but like I really feel like next season should probably be his last season.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, I think they got one more in them.
It's
And that whole one better be just about E-Board. It should just be the whole just the reverse Flash season next year. He should be front and center, and I would love if they brought back the other dude just for kicks.
oh the very first actor.
No. I definitely want the first actor back because they be confusing it by having your boy always play him, even though that's not his real face. And he killed it on Legends of Tomorrow that season when they gave him that whole season.
Oh yeah.
And they let him be himself on Legends of Tomorrow. Like, though that actor's killing it as a reverse Flash. Why we don't ever get him playing his real face? But no, the second season bad guy, Zoom. I would love for them to bring Zoom back too, but I want next season to be about Reverse Flash and Zoom, and just end it off with that. We don't need you to be stretching because like this season was just weird, dog. That's the main thing I gotta say about it, dog.
Yeah, I've been waiting to watch it, but you have not really given me a lot to rush to watch it, at least, you know.
Last
see.
arc was great, dog. And again, we about to get out here, guys, but watch MyHeroAcademia. That's all I'm saying.
Word.
When does that come out? The new episodes?
For me, like I get them like every Friday, I think.
So the Friday thing.
I think.
See,
so.
I didn't know when
I
it
think
came.
so.
I don't know when to look for it. So cool.
I started pulling them up, trying to pull them up on Friday. And most times I'm right. Oh shit! What was it? Monday? I can't remember. I don't know. I check on Fridays, but I like to leave. Like I like to not check for a week or two.
Yeah.
So I'm really you
So
can't
you can
trust
stack
what
a
I say.
little bit. So you can stack a little bit.
Yeah, because I fucking hate when it's one episode where it's just like, this is nothing. We're gonna hang out with the chicks. I'm sorry, we're gonna hang out with the female characters. Whatever. Not that it's bad. Not that I don't enjoy it.
No,
I want to sound like that.
No,
but I'm just saying.
I'm gonna give you some rope, dog.
Okay.
They be having them filler episodes.
Yeah.
That don't have nothing to do with the main storyline, and you don't know which one you're gonna always get.
Right,
You
and
feel
it's
me?
like and I don't know. It could be the Red Riot and someone and the other Electricity Boy. You know what I'm saying? We could be sticking to the side with them. Not that I don't know. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Point is, I don't like to just like have that one filler like episode. Like I like to kind of have like something, and I don't know. I every time I do it, I still get stuck with one. Like the last one I end on is always just like oh shit, I'm gonna invite everybody to dinner. Oh yay! And then like the next episode, that's when the real shit, hits the fan.
I feel like
I'm
these next ones is where
alright,
it's going
cool.
right now. You feel me? The most recent one, they opened up a new door that wasn't there because this season was kind of going slow for me. And then like that episode when they found out that big thing with Eraserhead and Mike, whatever his name.
Oh,
is.
you actually watched the whatchamacallit? You watched the dub version.
I watched the sub.
You watched the sub version.
Well,
right?
I watched the dub until I can't dub no more.
And then you go into the sub version. Oh, you fucking monster. Okay, bro. No, props.
Real, dog.
Okay.
So you don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I have no fucking clue what you're talking about, man.
Right here. I'm gonna stop right
I'm
here.
like, you got me wanting to go now and watch
recent
the
episode
fucking...
with some real shit, and the episode that's coming is apparently even realer shit because it's one of like there's certain arcs, you know what I mean? Because that's the thing too. The manga has all these arcs to it, and there's this one arc that people talk about called it's called something else for real, but they call it My Villain Academy, where you spend some time in the manga with just the villains as they're training up and doing their thing, whatever. So that's where they're about to go in the cartoon. Like they showed the preview for the next episode. Ain't gonna be no Midoriya shit. It's Shigaraki and all them training and kicking it with each other and fighting to the death type shit. You kicking it with them. And I was like, what? That bitch about to be fire, son. You about to see the villains, you know, the villain shit, nigga. Because the thing is, Shigaraki's trying to become strong enough to become the next All For One. So that's and they might spend a couple episodes in the My Villain Academy world. So that's a nickname that the fans give it apparently, but I don't know what the real storyline arc. But if you give Shigaraki and them more than one episode, that's gonna be fire to me, dog. Like, we about to just kick it with the villains, watch them train up and be on their own shit. When that's what's up.
Now I gotta fucking do it.
And that's not even what the last episode was about. That's the preview for the next one. The last episode, like I said, it got back to the main story of like the serious shit that not just was going on with the kids. And I was like, and they came upon it. They revealed some shit that you don't see coming. And I'm gonna leave it there. Like, you don't see it going that direction, but it's pretty cool how they went about it. And they pull you back in. Like I said, it went from the kids and their bullshit to, nope, we're back to that real. So get caught up, bro. MyHeroAcademia for the anime people out there, man. And we about to get out this motherfucker. It's that actor guy, Mr. Bats, in the building. This has been one roller coaster of an episode.
Oh, this will be fun.
Oh, God. This has been a roller coaster of an episode. Oh, my goodness.
Yes, it has.
The video that I decided to show is going to be interesting as well. You can hit us up at reviewingdat@gmail.com. You refer it, we review it. That's how we do it. You did.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, man, out here.
And this is your favorite host, Marty, MartyEdwards 504 on Instagram, Twitter, and Snap at the chat. Also want to go to lowrainpictures.com, click on that Your30 tab where I co-host the show there with, what's his name? The Black Actopedia, also known as The Arrogant Observer, Your30 with Marty, and The Arrogant Observer, wherever you get your podcast at. Yeah.
Even though he probably not going to hear this. Does he watch any of these shows that we're talking about?
Oh, no, he doesn't, but I don't think so, no. But he does say he listens when I say, like, this is, like, I always say something and he's like, yeah, I heard what you said about me. But, no, he doesn't typically watch the shows, though, that we talk about, so I think he must, like, fast forward through every so often, waiting to hear a ping about
him.
Yeah.
Or
maybe
he might
just leaves it on in the background.
Or he might be one of the people that just still enjoys listening to the banter, even if they don't watch the show. Because there's certain podcasts I listen to that might be covering a few shows I watch, and I still might listen to the shows I don't watch and just listen to them talk about it, even though I don't know what the fuck is going on in that show.
Yeah,
so,
me too.
So you know, it's a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all, for this episode, we out here, man.
Peace.
Do